What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Defend Your Units. I'm Johnny K. Picks, and alongside me is 138 MMA, and we are here to break down this amazing UFC Baku card. It can't be any worse than last card, and it can't be any worse than UFC Vegas 107. How's it going, Tyler? Are you looking forward to this card?
Great. I'm coming off of a great week last week. I thought the card was amazing, but I think it was just because I was winning money. So,
that always helps.
So that's cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It should be neat. Baku is an interesting city for this card. So there's some things to like about that. Some interesting little caveats that we're gonna have to deal with because we've not seen the commission here. I assume there isn't actually a commission in Baku, so
probably not.
I'd be shocked. It'll be interesting. Apparently, the sun is now just going to come through this window here. So the heavens have fallen upon me.
Are you in heaven now?
I must be. I think I died. I think they're going to send me out as soon as they realize I don't qualify. But
I see an aura around you. I don't know what it is.
Something about you. Last week, they were like, "Dude, this guy hit all them bets. Let's go." Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 138 died. Yeah, dude, I did.
That's hilarious. And it's gone. Okay.
Crap. Yeah, there we go. At least it's not like blinding me anymore. There's a cloud in front of it. We'll see how long this lasts.
Hold on one second.
Oh, there he is. On. I can hear his voice.
Yeah, my monitor, it sometimes goes out. I think I have to change something around. Hold on 1 second. It's coming back up.
Johnny is now just a brain in a jar, guys. That's what happened. His brain has been removed from his body. He's been put into a jar.
Oh, boy.
He's going to finish the rest of
everything around. Hold up. There we are.
Oh, here we go.
We're back. Sorry. I got to switch something out over here, but I'm not going to do it right now. But I got to do it before next time.
Dude, McMuffin cracking me up.
The outlet plug is messed up or something.
The chat, you guys are awesome. You guys are
You know what? Let's go through the chat because it's so great. We're having some fun already, and I can't even see it. So
yeah, they're fantastic, dude. We
got Elijah. What's up, Elijah? Appreciate you always coming in. Hopefully I say the name. Siri Kenneth, be cautious when betting against Muslim fighters. Also be careful with parlays this week. Let's cash out. Let's go. Yep. That's always a thing when you're out that way. I will say I got a lot of Muslim fighters on my radar, so I'm okay with that. Usman money line plus 225 plus decision. Cash me out last week. There you go. That was the play. And I looked like a fool, but it is what it is. That wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last, but it is what it is. Hill plus 130 and decision again. That'd be crazy if it does go to decision, but what do you think about that decision? You think it goes?
Well, I mean, it definitely could. Definitely could go.
Yeah. We got McMuffin. What's up, McMuffin? Appreciate you coming in. We got Dixon Cider. Johnny, I want on a platter the head of the mediocre referee we've never seen before that didn't pause the action so Lusa could get his mouth guard back. Yeah,
Lusa spit out his mouthpiece so he could get a break. That dude's such a coward. You saw him in the battle fight. Do not give that guy another out. I deserve that knockout, and Lusa deserved to get his head knocked in.
I will never bet Lusa again, but that made me sad. That because he was winning because I knew that's what he would have done. I didn't know he was gonna death gas and not do anything the last minute. I mean, I did kind of see it again in the Reese McKee fight, but I was like, okay, if it's that close, I mean, he can just maybe get a take. He didn't do shit.
Lusa is not a person you should be betting on.
Well, I ain't gonna be betting anything on him unless it's an over 2.5 because he can go over 2.5 rounds, but he can't get that last 2.5 minutes.
Dude, he sure took a beating in that fight. So honestly, a lot of people would not have got him out of there. But Phil Rowe, I don't know if you know this, every single one of his wins are from finish. So that's not a dude you want just face
and that was
face and just
that was a little crazy. I saw
dude, he palmed his face like a basketball and then just started slugging. I love that. But that got me so hyped.
It is what it is. There's a couple fighters from last card that I just realized, you know what? Whenever they are fighting, just don't bet that fight because guess what? It is what it is.
I almost auto bet against Lusa every time I see him on the card.
Man,
no joke.
I still thought my read was good though. Everything worked out until the last 45 seconds or whatever you want to say. It really was on point until he just death gas and died.
He ain't got the heart, man. He ain't got the heart.
Well, that's going to be in the notes. So I adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
Blyle's acting job was worse than Aljo's and Biniero's combined. How are you gonna look for the ref? Yeah, that was a little weird, but like seeing it live, I didn't know that. But watching replays after replay, then I saw that I was like, yeah, probably did not happen. But
Yeah, at first I thought he was actually knocked out.
I thought so too. Yeah, but why are you gonna do that against Paul Craig? You should be winning that fight. He looked kind of like ass until that happened. So
I tried to tell you guys, Bellato ain't that good. Paul Craig was gonna beat him. He needed a way out.
Well, I didn't bet that fight in general at all. I picked him, but
I bet Paul the first time even bigger because the line was even better. But then they brought the line in since they rebooked it, and I was like, you guys suck, man. I had him at like plus 450 or 425 or something like that before. Didn't quite get that this time, but it's all right.
Yep. We got Gordon here. What's up? Too excited for the Easy Money Parlay. That's coming. Stick around. We'll give you some bets at the end, like always. Appreciate you coming out. Johnny will be here. Yeah, I forgot my mod sticks in the air fryer. They're cooling off right now, so
they didn't burn, so it's cool.
We got Big C's. Oh, Big C's. If that's you, Big C's, I'm gonna be. That's wild. But let's go Cats.
Glad to hear, guy.
Let's go. One shift at a time, one period at a time, one game at a time. Let's go. Let's go indeed. He did die. Yeah. Tyler. What's up, Derek? Driving home from the gym. Let's get this money. Let's go. Let's see. McJesus appeared at Tyler's.
It straight up just appeared.
138. Goated for pointing out the Macy's rack.
Dude, straight up, like no joke. I like noticed that and I was like, something's off here.
Yeah, I saw that when they faced off and I was like,
oh no, I saw this weeks ago.
Okay, I didn't see that.
I saw this weeks before on her, like, because like I follow on Instagram most fighters, like maybe not most, but a lot of fighters, right? Mm-hmm. And I saw those photos and I'm like, she didn't have boobs before. And then I go to my wife, I'm like, yo, these look fake, right? Like she got new boobs, didn't she? And lo and behold, she confirmed my suspicion. And I was like, yo, those are definitely new boobs. Put that out there. People knew what was up. And then that explains a whole lot. Why do you think it's so hard to make weight? Well, I mean, you got a few extra pounds there that you used to not have. So
yeah. Real sports bet picks. What's up, man? This card's going to be easy money. I hope so. Jamal Hill plus 13.5 is minus 140 with that price. You can do whatever you want for the overs. And yeah, that's true. It's not bad. Fair. He's got to hope he doesn't get knocked out. That's about it. Ryan Jordan, my dudes, defend your units. You already know. Indeed. Let's go. Love the over 2.5 in the main.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I like the over. I think it gets to round 3 for sure. It's just that 2.5 that might sweat it. But I mean, plus 100 is not bad at all. Just sweat. Dixon, not going to like to hear that. Let's go, Jeremy. Let's go, man. Appreciate you coming out. Let's see. Bunny Hunter. What's up, Bunny Hunter? Gelato faked it. Yes, he did. It looks like he definitely did.
Oh. It's back.
Yeah, it's like, oh. They just died. Like, oh. And then he woke up like, oh.
Oh, there goes. That's so funny.
It's so stupid. Johnny, we cannot end the show without a PFL parlay. Okay, I'm down. I did a little PFL research this time, so I can jump in on that one. And I know you already did.
Just go watch the stream from last night, my guy. Me and Pickham already did that for you. You don't even
I know you already did. That's what I was gonna say. Smash the like button if you want to win units in Baku, guys. Them's the rules. Show the luck. That's where the little lady luck is, right there. Hit the like button. I called Phil knockout round 3, one of my favorite fights. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That's what's up.
What's up, Daz? Let's go. Like and smash the guys. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Let's get through these. What are they? 13 fights? 12? 12.
Heck yeah.
First fight. Muhammad Usman, the other Usman, versus Hamdi Abdelwahab. I'm going to slow that down so I could say it a little bit better. Who do you like in this sloppy heavyweight fight?
Dude, Hamdi's been printing tickets for me, brother. Like, I've bet Hamdi in every single one of his UFC fights, and the dude just keeps giving me money. I don't know that I'm going to get to the bet here. I've already got plenty of action on this card, and he's a big favorite now, and usually he's like a plus 100 underdog.
He's not that big of a favorite.
Last I saw it was like plus 180 or something, or I mean minus 180 or something like that, or around there.
I thought I saw minus 150, 55 somewhere.
We're getting closer. Him by decision is like plus 100 or something like that, which is still like for a prop. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
Hamdi's probably getting it done again. Like, where is Usman better than him other than just being meatier? You know what I mean? Like, Usman's like a strong, like muscular dude. But other than that, Hamdi's better everywhere. He's better striker. He's better grappler, better wrestler. I mean, Usman's just a freak athlete. And I don't think his freak athlete level is going to be enough. His volume's too low. He throws a lot of single shots, much like Hamdi. But I think Hamdi's going to be better everywhere. So give me Abdelwahab to get it done.
Yeah. Hey, this might be the first for me, but I am also on the Hamdi side here. I think he gets this one done. I think after round 1, it's going to be a sloppy fight, guys. But I know who is going to win round 1, and that's Hamdi. So all he has to do is win either round 2 or round 3, and then he wins this fight. Usman, you know, he's known to be kind of a wrestler. He doesn't really go for takedowns, and they're not that great if he does. He's really only pushing. Yeah, I mean, he's strong. He's durable. He can eat some shots, sure. Only throws one punch at a time. Not to say that Hamdi doesn't either, but at least he kind of pushes forward a little bit more, kind of throws some combos here and there, at least in the first round.
Hamdi will make some kicks too.
Yeah, and so like Usman's all right hand or nothing. He does have a little bit of a check hook, but nothing crazy.
He's got a decent jab. He'll pump it out there. It's not like anything on it, but he'll pump it out.
Yeah, but it's not like you said, there's nothing on it. There's nothing like he's gonna. I don't know. Like I really like the overs in this fight. I think it goes over. You're just gonna be worried about the first maybe 3 minutes if Hamdi can maybe find a finish. After that, like this fight's going to decision, 100%. And I think he wins round 1, and I think he wins round 2 or 3. So give me Hamdi by decision. Fairly confident. Like it's weird to even say. That's why I was saying like these odds at minus 170 and it's coming down a little bit more. It's almost making me want to bet. I wasn't going to touch it at like minus 190 when I saw, but it's slowly coming down, and I'm like,
a lot of the chat seems really confident in Usman, and I'm not seeing it. I don't know what Usman's done to make anybody be confident in him to win. So,
well, yeah, just going back, like I mean. The only fight that he looked really good in was Zach Pauga. And Zach Pauga, for one, is not a heavyweight.
No.
And
he's also not in the UFC.
He's not in the UFC. Like,
for good reason.
Junior Tafa can't stuff a takedown. Did he even get any takedowns in that fight? Maybe a 1 or 2?
Maybe. I honestly don't remember that fight at all.
Yeah, because it was
it's not even worth watching like Junior Tafa fights for tape because he's just like gonna lose and he makes everybody look good, so it'll skew you a bit.
Yeah, I don't see it for Usman. I know Hamdi's only fought like technically 4 times, like well 5 if you count the no contest there, but I think he's shown a little bit more than Usman has in his like 4 or 5 fights. So in the UFC, so
I don't think I'm gonna get to a bet on it.
I probably won't either, but unless I want some fun bets, I'll throw a little bit because that's who I think he wins. I'm not amazed like. I'm not like certain he's gonna win, but I'm pretty confident, like medium at least.
Yeah, he'll be in the $1 full card parlay, but like I mean, you know, it's gonna do the $1 full card.
What's up, Bloom Dog? Appreciate you coming out. What's up, everybody? And let's see who else we got. SK, what's up, Johnny K? Who's the favorite fight of the week? That's for me. It's gonna be Fiziev and Bahamondes. I want to see that.
Should be fun.
That's gonna be a fun. But there are a few other fun ones that are good, but that's definitely the one I'm looking forward to, though.
Tons of fun ones.
Not too much. Let's see. Usman probably gets it done by decision. Someone's getting it done by position or decision. Better competition. I mean, you could say the UFC experience, but
I mean, better competition though.
Honestly,
really,
I think Hamdi beating Jamal Pokes is better than any of Usman wins.
Yeah, who's Usman beat that's better?
No one. Jake Collier. No.
I guess who's even lost to that's better?
Mick Parkin?
Yeah, okay. Parkin's better.
Parkin's better than Jamal Pogues. I mean, he also lost to Thomas Peterson. And I think that's pretty close. Jamal Pogues.
Yeah.
Didn't they fight? Who fought? Yeah, they did. Jamal Pogues beat him.
Yeah, it's close.
So it was a decision. So I think it's pretty close on experience or competition. Maybe experience. I'll give you a little bit more experience.
Hamdi's had 5 fights, so I mean it makes sense on experience, but still.
Yeah. Let's see. Hamdi via Royds. I don't know if he has them.
I hope he's on all of them.
Yep. This is a layup for Usman. A layup?
I just don't know about that.
Bloom
I feel like the only way you can give a layup to Usman is giving him somebody like Junior Tafa.
Yeah. Usman's low, one of the lowest. I mean, both these guys are pretty low, but I just think Hamdy's a little bit higher than a little bit, just a wee bit. Entire capper community is on Hamdy by decision. The books must know by now, right? Surely they're going to pull out. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I don't think a lot of people are actually playing it though. Is the problem?
Yeah,
I think there's
Dirty
a lot of people
Reg.
talking about it.
Dirty Reg, Mo experience. I know Mo can make it to the judges at least. Low level fight plus money. I mean, yeah, for sure.
Point spread might be a better move if you can get that at all right odds, but then again, it's probably juiced.
Yep. Let's see. Albazi paid the judges. Let's see. You think Maksum can sprawl? Not forever, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Kendrick Perkins layout. There you go.
Who's Kendrick
all right.
Perkins?
It's a basketball player, I believe, right?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
An older basketball player.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm not really too into the basketballs, but I think it is. Next one though, Tagir Ulanbekov versus Azat Maksum. Yeah, I'm gonna go first here. I'm gonna go with Tagir. I think his wrestling is gonna be the key here. I think on the feet, it's close. I like both. And Tagir. He never really had the greatest striking, but I keep seeing improvements in every one of his fights. Azat, he's got quick striking. I do like that from him, but he is a little hittable on the feet. Yep. He can mix in some wrestling, but I don't know if he's going to want to in this one because I do think the better grappler and wrestler is Tagir. And I do think Tagir is going to be using his striking to set up the takedowns. And I think it's going to be a little bit too much for Maksum. So, going to go with Tagir to win. I'm going to say by decision, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's a late finish, like maybe like a late sub, maybe like late round 2, round 3. But yeah, I think Tagir uses his. If you can't get the wrestling going, it's going to be a close fight for sure. Maybe you can even lean Maksum. So, but I still like Tagir here. What do you think?
I think it's Tagir all day. I think he's leaps and bounds ahead of Maksum. Maksum's fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's bad, but Tagir is. I mean, people are like, oh, yeah, but Tagir lost to Tim Elliott. Dude, Tim Elliott is a tough fight for anyone, and we all know he cheated every way he possibly could.
His ass off in that fight.
But, dude, Tagir's good, dude. And he was getting ready to fight Horiguchi, which I think Horiguchi's a tougher fight than Maksum. Don't get me wrong. Maksum's good. He's got some power on the feet. He can grapple a little bit. Nothing wrong with, like, Maksum's good. Oh, man, I think Tagir is way better. I think Tagir is going to pack him up here. I think he either wins his super dominant decision or subs him. That's what I'm thinking. Yep.
I agree. That's exactly where I'm on the same page. Like, I just think Maksum has to get him out of there early, or else I don't think he's going to win a decision. So he needs a finish, and I don't think he's going to be able to finish Tagir.
Tagir was my first bet on this card. I mean, the line is so gone, I think, but I mean,
it's gone now, yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
minus like 455. You'd have to hit that early. That's why I said it's gone now. It's almost double.
Like -2
almost double. Yeah, I got him at the low 3s, but I mean, I thought that was down there. Drop. It ain't dropped.
Yeah, when the line dropped, I was on that thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this one's gonna be above 500 for sure by fight time. So if you missed out and if you need something in a parlay, there it is. Get it now because I think that one's only going up. Let's see what everyone else says. Looking for the nearest bridge, though. I'd stop by and say, "What's up? What's up?" Dude,
I appreciate you stopping by first. That's cool.
Betting the first fight feels like showering with clothes on. Yeah,
we've all done that too. You know,
that's true. It happens.
We've all been there.
Averages like 3 points a game. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Tagir Kyrgyzstan. There we go. Who's the worst heavyweight in the UFC? Maybe like Austin Lane. I don't even think he's the worst.
Austin Lane beats Junior Tafa. I would bet on that. Junior Tafa just can't stop a takedown to save his life. So like anybody that's even willing to shoot a takedown is going to get him. And he's not big enough. Like he's a middleweight essentially. That's just like it's got to be Junior.
What's funny is like the UFC doesn't really have the greatest heavyweights or even like a prep or a lot of them. Yeah, but 29. They keep getting rid of like the mid-tier heavyweights. They're keeping the shitty ones and they're keeping the best ones. It's like, come guys. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think Junior Tafa's got to be the worst heavyweight on the roster. He can strike all right, but he's just so one-dimensional and also so undersized, which sounds crazy. That I guess his last fight was at light heavyweight, I think, but still, like he's a middleweight, and like that's where he should be.
What's up, Matthew? Yo, just got in. Which fights did you go through? We went through the first fight for Usman and Hamdi, and we both picked Hamdi, and then we're both on Tagir as well. What would be your MMA nickname? That's a good question.
I mean, I've already had one, so like,
what is it?
But mine was Your Maker.
Okay. That's awesome. Shout out Austin Lane. Bet him a few weeks ago. There you go. Nice. All right, next one. We're gonna get a stretch of a couple fun ones here. Irina Alekseeva versus Claudia Sygula. Who do you like?
I mean, another auto bet against Sygula. Like, it didn't matter who it was. Alekseeva is gonna absolutely demolish her. I like the knockout prop as like a prop though.
Okay.
It's like plus 900 or something like that. Do I think she subs her? Sure. But dude, at that price, you're going to say she can't ground and pound her? I'll take like a little $10 stab on that or something, you know what I mean? But realistically, yeah, I mean, Sygula is just not UFC level. She can strike all right, but that's it. She's like Junior Tafa, where she's like, yeah, decent enough striking, but like that's it. And there's nothing that can add to the skill set that she has. And she's not going to develop it while just getting beat up in the UFC. So yeah, Alekseeva easy.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I think Alekseeva is better everywhere, even on the feet. I know she can get a little aggressive sometimes and a little sloppy, but I don't think that's gonna, get her in trouble by any means against Claudia. Claudia is only a striker. She's very hittable. She's not even that powerful. She could take some shots here and there, obviously, but she did get finished again. Was it Melissa Mullins? Yeah, ground and pound there. I think Irina's best path to victory is to get this fight to the mat, and then she could do whatever she wants. 100%.
Yeah, and if she hadn't been suspended for like a couple of years or whatever, she would easily be my most confident pick on the card. There's always the possibility that she doesn't show up looking the same. But
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The one little worry would be just that little layoff. It's about, I think it's like a year and a half or so, maybe a touch over. Nothing super crazy, like 3 years or something. Yeah, 1 year, 8 months.
If she hadn't trained, like as long as she just like didn't like, get like fat and develop type 2 diabetes or something. Like I feel like as long as she's been like doing her like nightly walks through the neighborhood and kept it like her weight down, she's probably winning this fight no problem. I don't feel like she's so far ahead of like Sygula's just not close to UFC level. It's not close.
Yep, I agree.
It's weird that she got here. I don't know.
I think she was. Because maybe because she's a lovely looking lady.
I'm sure she's nice, but yeah.
And she's she's nice, but hey. Also on Tapology, they're the same height, but I don't know if this is a typo. But Claudia has a 59-inch reach.
No, I think it's a typo. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a 69-inch reach.
Okay. That's pretty long for a 5'8" woman.
Well,
I would trust the 59-inch reach before the 69-inch. But yeah, I'm just saying, if that's true, because I'm just saying, if that's true, if she has a 59-inch reach, like Irina's going to have a 7-inch reach advantage at the same height.
She can't have that short of a reach, can she?
I mean, it'd be wild.
Like that's like Corey McKenna levels.
That's like Vanessa Demopoulos level.
Demopoulos had longer arms than McKenna. It is 69. Okay, Dravi's got it.
Okay. Thank you, Dravi.
Okay, so I was right. It is a 69-inch reach. She has a 5'9".
Okay. Well, shit, that's a crazy reach advantage, but
that's why she's an all right striker.
Yeah, but she doesn't really do too much with it. So give me Irina to win. I'm gonna say by submission though. I think she gets it in rounds 1 or 2. But there's Dravi. What's up, boys? Long time no see. What do you think about this card? I think it's gonna be fun. Hopefully it's better than last card. That main card just was a snooze fest. I mean, the best fight was Rose versus Maverick, I thought. Like the most competitive, let's put it that way.
Honestly,
and not a snooze fest.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Dravi has been doing so well this year. He's outperforming your 401k. If you just changed your retirement to betting on whatever the heck Dravi's doing, you could have retired by this point. Like that's
come on, Dravi. Tell me your bets then.
Like I'm not even kidding. Dravi is like absolutely running through the bookies this year. At least in the last few months, like everything this dude does is just gold. So
he always kills it.
Shout out to Dravi. Seriously, that dude's killing it.
Killing it, indeed. He always does. So I got to get him back on the show too.
Even more so recently. It's been ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's been almost like, dude, you know something here? Like, Is somebody giving you tips?
Johnny's nickname would be Fade Canada, not when we're talking about Dravi. Dravi, just so you know, it's not because I don't like Canada. It's just because I don't want any hockey team from Canada to ever win the Stanley Cup. That's it. If any Canadians are in here, it's not because I don't like the country. I just don't want any hockey team from Canada. It's been 34 years. I just wanted to keep that going. America. Alekseeva by finish. Easy. Like that too. I think I saw it at plus 155 for finish. So
no bad.
I like that. They both lost to Melissa Mullins in their last fight. Oh, yes, they did.
Yeah.
As the true man of culture that they are, I knew you'd appreciate this fun fact. Tagir rhymes with tapir, which is a large herbivore mammal with a nose that resembles a... Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
Good to know.
Thank you, Dixon Cider. Look at us. Look at us learning. Let's see. We got Devin here. 138 looking like a ghost. You should have seen him earlier if you weren't in here. He was in heaven.
It gets wild when the sun hits through here. Crazy.
It's pretty funny. It's probably the best thing. Yes. Yep. Yes. My unit allowment for Alekseeva will be 100% depend on the haircut she's rocking on Friday. Okay. That's a good rule. I like it. Short hair, crazy.
I don't know if that's true.
Even better. All right, next one here. We're gonna do Daria Zheleznyakova versus Melissa Mullins, and I believe it's your turn. Who you like here?
So they already fought once, and I feel like that kind of was a very accurate description for what the skill set and what the breakdown of this fight is. It's just the time frame it's going to play out is going to be probably different. Because like if you watch the first one, Zheleznyakova is by far the better striker, right? She's piecing her up on the feet. At the end of the fight, or the end of the round, which also was the end of the fight in the first round, Mullins gets it to the ground at the time she's Melissa Dixon. She's able to do what she does on the ground because Melissa is an absolute monster with the ground and pound. Her ground and pound is nasty. I love the way that she'll use her knee as a pivot point with like a knee on body or even like a knee on your face. Like she'll just set it there and just like use it as her pivot point and just ground and pound the absolute heck out of you. She's very good at that. She's very good there. The problem is on the feet, she doesn't move her head whatsoever. And Daria's got underrated striking. Her striking defense is actually even better than her striking offense, in my opinion. She just doesn't get hit a ton on the feet. It's surprising because when I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, she's got decent striking or whatever. And I'm watching, I'm like, man, she's just like not getting hit much. And I think it's because her offense is pretty good. And then also she's able to mix it up where she can like get you thinking about a grappling exchange and then go to the striking game, which can't really do the grappling here because she'll get ragdolled on the mat again. So it's who's going to be able to get their game going and win that way. But I don't think Daria is going to knock out Mullins on the feet. I think Mullins gets her to the ground at some point. And if she gets her to the ground, it's going to be another beatdown like it was at the end of the last one. I don't know that she gets a finish in round one like she did the last time they fought. I think Mullins gets it done. I feel like at some point she gets it to the mat and is able to cause its exponential amounts of damage. So I'm going Mullins. I'm not as confident as I was in Alekseeva, that's for sure. But I think Mullins got this.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. I'm a little bit more confident. I do think she gets that grappling going real easy here, and it's going to be over. I think maybe the first or second time she gets her down. Like you said, good ground and pound. She does have some submissions, even though we really haven't seen it too much. But on the feet, like it's not like Mullins is going to get hit a ton, like you said, but I think her striking is pretty decent. It's not going to be as good, maybe, but I don't know if Daria is going to want to go in, like rush in, be aggressive like she normally is, because she knows like she's got to be worried about the takedowns, and that's going to maybe make her like Mullins look a little bit better on the feet if it does play out on the feet, just because of that scare of being taken down. So, but once I do think Melissa will get this fight to the mat, and it's going to be pretty much like you said, the same thing. It's going to happen in the first fight. So I do like Mullins to get it done. I probably would say like second round finish, maybe like a ground and pound, or maybe she does get a submission this time.
Yeah, I think it takes longer this time.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit longer. I think they're going to maybe like Daria's not going to be as aggressive. So it's going to be harder for Mullins to get that takedown right away unless she's like super aggressive and goes for it, or Daria overextends and just gets taken down. So it's going to be one or the other, but I think round two, it probably happens. And if it goes to decision, I think Mullins wins because she's probably going to win the minutes on the mat. So
yeah, should.
so I'm pretty confident in Mullins.
Yeah, she's not the type
to say.
She gets you to the mat. She just like wins minutes by like laying and
Yeah,
praying.
she
like
goes
hurting.
for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if she's winning minutes on the mat, she's messing you up.
Yeah, and she can totally do that because Daria does not have a great ground game or get up game or anything on the ground. So we've seen that in the Perez fight, and Perez got a submission on her, and I never thought Perez would ever get a submission. So look at that.
Yeah, Perez is more of a ground and pounder as well, so that makes sense.
We got Alex. What's up, Alex? Hey, Johnny, it's been a while. What's the thoughts on this weekend's cards? On a good time for the Europeans? Yes, for once, you guys get a good one. I think this card will be fun. Hopefully, like I said, it's better than the last one and better than Vegas 107, but that's a very low bar. So it was 107. So always fights are fun. You can't complain.
Yeah, I'm enjoying them.
Let's see. Melissa Dixon Sider, my former cousin, scares me in the spot, but it low-key reminds me of the rematch between Kianzad and Zhezan. Went exactly the same exact finish, so it could happen here too. Yeah, just maybe like a little bit longer, like Tyler said. It just won't be as quick. Yep. But I think the same thing probably will happen. Maybe not the exact same thing, but a finish I think will happen here. BC Day, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a long time. Daria, stand up. Not good enough to counter Mullins' ground game, ground and pound in the third. I like second or third, yes. That's what I would say.
Yeah, the only thing she has gone for is that the fight starts standing, so she has at least, like, her game can go first.
Yep.
That's about all she's got.
And Dave said, please hit the like button, you mouth breathers. Please and thank you. That'd be awesome. Hope Mullins doesn't pull a Dos Santos. I hope so. She doesn't either, because that'd be weird. Dos Santos should be like a strawweight though. Wasn't that a flyweight fight?
Or
was it atomweight?
She was the atomweight champion in Invicta. She cashed me a big ticket there, by the way. I forever am thankful to Hayani Dos Santos for cashing me. She was plus 240 as an underdog in her title fight against DeCourcy. I like DeCourcy. I'm sorry, DeCourcy. I didn't want to have to bet against you, but I did. And I cashed big time on that. And I forever thank Hayani Dos Santos or at the time, Hayani Amanda for winning me that big bag in Invicta.
That's awesome. That's huge. Have you been following the Club World Cup, Real Madrid? Oh, Alex, you had to bring it up. Yeah, I followed that game, and I think Real Madrid is not great, and they're probably not going to win. So
Club World Cup, is that like soccer?
Yeah, it's in the U.S. it's a different kind of tournament. I know you don't follow footy bets or footy ball sports.
There's a ball. I don't know.
I don't know anything about it. All right, next one: Ismail Naurdiev versus Jun Park, and I'll go ahead and start this one. This fight I think might be interesting. I think this fight might be close. I'm gonna end up going with the dog here. I'm gonna go with Ismail. I know it's weird to sound, or it sounds like it's a weird idea, but man, Park, I think he's starting on his little decline. Last couple fights, he's looked decent in some rounds, and then he's looked kind of crappy in some rounds and loses rounds. Ismail, I like him a little bit better on the feet. I think he has a little bit more power. I think his wrestling and grappling is okay. Park needs to wrestle and grapple this fight, I think. I don't think he needs to hang out on the feet for too long. Not to say that he's a fish out of water. He does have pretty good boxing, and he's pretty durable. But I think where he wins this fight, if he can get the fight to the mat and work his grappling. But, man, I think Ismail has pretty decent takedown defense. So it's going to be an interesting fight. I think it's going to be a close one way or another. I think it goes over 2.5 as well. And I'm going to go with Ismail to win a very, very close, maybe even split decision. I used to be very high on Park whenever not to say that he was going to go to the top 15 or anything, but like whenever he was fighting, I was like, man, I think he can get this one. He has got that grinder mentality. But the last couple fights, man, I see some kind of like little decline in what he used to do in some fights. And I'm just worried like he's not going to get better. It's either going to stay the same or just get a little bit worse every time. So not to say Ismail is some world beater either, but I like him a little better on the feet. I'm going to go with the striker, and I think he's going to win a close decision. That's my this is my weird pick of the card. What do you think about this one?
That is a weird pick. I think even a declining Jun Park is going to take this man's lunch money. I don't think it's close. I think he's way better. I think he's a better boxer. I think he's a better grappler. I'll give the kicking game to Naurdiev, but like Naurdiev's a guy that's getting like knocked out by Vadim Kutsi on over in what was it, like one of those like Eastern martial art, KSW or no, it wasn't KSW. It was one of those that are like over in the area. Brave, that's the one it was. Yes. So I mean, like, I don't know. I don't think Naurdiev's all that good. I mean, he lost a chance Ren counter. Are you kidding me? Like, I mean, I know that was a long time ago, but like,
I mean, he's still young. He's 27. He's only going to get better, I think.
I don't think he's improved enough. Like, even when he got into the UFC, the dude was like win one, lose one on the regional scene. Like, I get they're like decent level regional competition, but like Park is good, dude. Park is pretty darn good. I know he's not world title level by any means, but I think he's way better than he's better than a Bruno Silva that's going in there and like doesn't even want to be in there.
Well,
and I think that's what we're going to see. Iron Turtle's getting this one done. I think he boxes him up on the feet. I think if it goes to the mat, he absolutely takes his back and controls him. Maybe even gets a rear naked choke. That's his move. Yeah, man. I think Iron Turtle I think he's got this one. I'll be surprised if the Iron Turtle loses this fight, unless it's like one of those like blatant like robbery decisions. But otherwise, I think Park gets it. No problem.
You never know. I don't know. I don't have that like same feeling with Park anymore.
Huh.
I think this might be the fight. This might be the fight where I think it just goes down a little bit. And
I think even if he's declined a little bit, I think he's still good. Like, man, Bruno Silva had a couple of moments in that fight.
That was Bruno Silva that kind of still wanted to fight. He was maybe like 60% in instead of like 10 the last fight.
He was like 25% in at that point.
What was his last fight then?
I mean, he was
0.
He literally he said he didn't want to do it. Like before the fight, like in his last fight, he straight up said he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, well, Bruno Silva's weird, but I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, he's getting paid a lot at this point, is Bruno Silva, so it's like hard to turn down the money. But yeah, no, I think Park's got this no problem.
All right, we'll see. I'm interested in this fight.
Even a declining Park is going to be better than
Naurdiev. Wow, we will see. We will find out. Taking a shot on a dog. Drobby likes Iron Turtle, so you might as well put that money in the bank. But you also bet on this fight. Park takes it. Turtle decision. Turtle gonna drink the water. Turtle. You gotta be really good to beat Park.
You gotta be pretty good. Okay, and that was a bad decision.
I mean, Andre Muniz beat him.
That was a bad decision. It was a bad decision.
He was getting worked.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna. Ismail striking ratio is above Park. I don't see them losing on the ground decision or over 2.5. Parlay with Ismail W just for fun. I like the over 2.5 the best play. Actually, I'm okay with the over 2.5. Park's not going to finish him. I don't think he's going to.
Okay, interesting.
I don't think so. We'll see. Next one though, we got Co Keon Ko or Ku, whatever you want to say. Oben Elliott. Who do you like?
Yeah, I like Elliott. But Ko's live. Elliott's the type of guy that's pretty hittable, but he seems so durable, man. Like even on his Contender Series fight, I picked against him on a Contender Series, and I started counting the money already because like that dude almost died, but he just came back for came back from the dead. Like they already started like throwing the dirt on top of his grave, and he was just like no, and just out dogs that man. So I don't imagine he just gets one shot deaded, and I think just his pace is going to be enough to get the win. So I've got to go with Elliott. The line now might be a little bit gone, but like, I mean, that's
about the same. It's minus 500. It's been like that all week.
He was minus 200 when I played him, and I have every intention of like waiting until Saturday and then just like putting like 0. whatever it takes to make it so I break even if Ko somehow pulls it off. But yeah, I mean, Elliott should win, no problem. The line is growing a bit more than I would want to play, just for the fact that he hasn't really beat anybody in the UFC that's super high level. But Ko's making his debut. I mean, and he beat a guy on the Contender Series that like wasn't all that good. You know, a guy that like looked good from a distance, and then when you find out that like all of his fights have been scrubbed from the internet, so that way nobody could actually see if he was any good. That's a big red flag. So, but yeah, Ko's not bad. He's not bad. Not bad at all. I just think this is going to be too much for him. I think Elliott's got the pace. He's got the pressure. He's got the cardio. He's durable as all get out. So I'm taking Elliott.
Yep. I'm on Oben as well. This is one of my more confident picks. Ko is a dangerous striker. I will say that. Yes. But other than that, that's really about it. I mean,
he's got good takedown defense, good sprawl.
Yeah, he can kind of wrestle here and there, but he's mainly a striker. He's looking for the finish early. But Elliott's pretty tough. I know he's been knocked out a couple times, but it's been a while.
That dude's
But I like it. I like his pace and cardio, and I think in the later rounds, Co's going to slow down, and Elliott's only going to ramp up, and that's where he's going to either find a late finish or a decision, easy decision win. So I'll go ahead and say Elloitt by decision. That's what I picked, but I wouldn't be shocked if he gets like a round 3 stoppage up against the cage or something like that, standing TKO or something like that. But even if Elloitt uses some grappling too, I think he'll be okay too if he wants to, just to wear on Co.
Yeah. Co uses his durability as his defense most of the time, which is not the best idea, but like it's worked out for him for the most part, considering, it got him to the UFC. But at this level, you kind of have to have some semblance of defense. And then again, Elloitt doesn't do so well on the defense either. But yeah, I think the output from Elliott's more.
Agreed. I like it. Let's see. Y'all hype for the King of the Hill reboot? That theme song is great. Is there a reboot? Oh my gosh.
The rebooting King of the Hill? Like the cartoon show?
I'm guessing so. Yeah, it's only King of the Hill I know. Weird. Huh. Fluffy, RoboCop, and Muniz are his losses in UFC.
And Muniz was a bad decision.
Hey, UFC doesn't make bad decisions. You should
the Athletic Commission does. That's for sure. Plenty of them.
Open lock, but line isn't playable. Got minus 250 earlier in the week. There you go. Man, I didn't get that earlier in the week. I got minus like 400 and something. I still think it's good though. But
the line dropped at minus 200, I think.
When?
I mean, weeks ago.
Okay. Earlier this week, I didn't see that shit. It was like minus 4 something.
I was ahead on my stuff. Like I had things written out up through like in my notebook through all the way through this card for like quite some time. So like now I've got to catch up again. I don't have a ton written out, but this card I was caught up to. Nice.
Let's see. Where am I? There I am. Elloitt wins on the feet. Co's stand-up defense sucks. Yeah, he is kind of hittable, but like you said, they are using Keith Peterson as Bobby. That'd be awesome,
dude. Seriously, that would actually be a really good fit.
Early last week, okay. Next one, main card: Muhammad Naimov versus Bogdan Grad. Yeah, I kind of been going back and forth with this one. I like Bogdan Grad actually, but I don't know if he's going to win this fight. And I ever so slightly lean Naimov. I like his wrestling. I think he can get it going here. But what scares me, though, is in the third round, I think Grad might have a little bit of an advantage with the cardio. I think he will have a little bit of advantage of the fight IQ as well. Naimov does have decent striking, good power too. Grad has pretty technical striking though. He does have some grappling he can use, but I think the better wrestler grappler is going to be Naimov. So I can see either way. I think the line is super wide though for Naimov. That's why I don't want to play this at all. I'm just not super confident in either in one way or another. So, I like the overs. I'll tell you that in this fight, it might be sweaty a couple times, but I do like the over. But give me Naimov to win by decision. I think it'll be close. I just like the wrestling just a little bit more if he gets it going. And the longer the fight goes, I will be sweating a little bit more. I will say that. What do you think about it?
There are 2 fights on this card that I really just don't feel like I have a good read on. This is one.
This one? Okay, good. Because I don't either.
And like. I ended up taking Naimov because, like, I think if he's losing, he'll start cheating more and probably still get the win. Like, the dude does it in every fight.
He does.
So it's like, I think he can probably get it done, but I can't bet him as a favorite.
No.
And I can't bet against
him. Not at minus 250 or whatever he is now.
Yeah.
290. Holy shit.
This is one of the few fights on the card that I just want nothing to do with as far as, like, a bet. But, like,
I might look at the spread for Grad.
Yeah, Grad could totally win this fight too. It's like
it hasn't come out yet though.
It's a tough one. I'm gonna take Naimov for the pick, but like
minus 290. It was like minus 200 like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it then.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah,
Grad's pretty good.
I know he is good. And if he's losing early, he can come back. That's why I said, like, the longer the fight goes, I do favor Bogdan, but I just don't know if he's going to be able to win rounds 1 and 2. Or if round 2 might be super close, it can go either way. And where are we at? Exactly.
I see, like, you know, Naimov starting to get pieced up a little bit and just like eye gouge the heck out of him. like, you know, and he's just like, whoops.
Then spam takedowns and hold the cage and
yeah. I don't know. Like, Naimov is very dirty fighter.
True. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun fight. Interesting. I just don't have the greatest read on them. Both guys, I could see both guys winning, but I'm just favoring the wrestling here. And I usually favor the striker, which I do think Grad's going to be the better striker, but
offensively, maybe not so much.
Yeah, and maybe Naimov has a little bit more power because he does wing those fucking shots, but he's just not super technical.
And that Taekwondo background has his kicks looking pretty good.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a close fight. I don't like the line though. I think it's plus 235 for Grad.
This is a complete pass. I'm just going to watch this one and get some better notes, is what I think.
Plus 3.5 spread is going to be at almost plus money if it's not.
I'm staying so far away. I don't even want to play that.
I'll see what it is, and maybe I'll test fate. Kodo Bets, what's up, man? 138. I made you drink root beer a couple times. Did you know that?
You know, it doesn't take a whole lot to get me to drink a root beer, so let's be honest with that one.
I had a multi-event parlay with Oben minus 250, but Sai busted it. Oh, dude, that was terrible. That was a bad fight all around for everybody, even the fans and Sai and even Menafield.
That was a great fight for me.
Well, for you,
on Menafield.
I said fans, not bettors.
It was fantastic. I tried to tell everybody, like, Menafield was the side. Like, even if you gave me him at like minus 120, I was going to bet him. I knew he was the side. Not that I knew. I didn't know. It's an MMA fight. But Sai, like, barely skated by in his last fight. Menafield was a big step up in competition. Huge step up.
Yeah.
So,
Lane, what's up? Oben boxing is slick. I agree.
Here we go. It's
Ryan Matthews. What's up, Ryan? What's the over-under for a Naimov foul? It's got to be I would say 1.5.
I'd say he gets at least 2. Well, it goes up if he starts losing. Okay.
Grad's never been taken down, has volume on the feet, but is hittable, both negative striking ratio. Take a chance on him. He hasn't been taken down.
Yeah, but he's also only been in the UFC for a little bit.
I was going to say, wasn't he taken down in his last fight?
Didn't he fight
Lucas Alexander. He was doing the takedowns.
Well, yeah, I mean, but like if that's his only, that's not a very good sample size.
Yeah, he's fought 2 primarily strikers in Michael Oswell and
that was also Oswell.
Well, I'm not going to go far back to the regionals. I'll stick to the Dana White Contender Series is like semi-pro UFC. So Naimov, I think Naimov can get him down though.
I don't think we have a big enough sample size to really put a lot of weight on that.
I think it should be a pick 'em personally. I don't think anybody should be a favorite. But I know I can see Grad winning though. The odds are there. Naimov cheats a lot. Yeah, probably wins a decision, but he gasses. Yeah, that's what I'm a little bit worried about in round 3. Let's see, Dixon Cider special draw. It could be point deduction.
I could see it.
That's the fight.
Maybe.
Yeah. Both negative striking ratio. JDM Freak, what's up? Hey, JK, what's up? Defend your units. 138 up in here. How's it doing?
Good to see you, dude. Good to see you.
Appreciate you always coming out. I just did not believe in Menafield. Yeah.
I gotta tell you,
I didn't bet that fight. I'll tell you that.
How many times do people count out Menafield and just cash as an underdog? Like, he's beating guys that are way better than C. He beat Jacoby. Jacoby's pretty darn good. I know everybody was done on Jacoby. Menafield's pretty good. Like, I know he had that fight with Ulberg that really set back his potential. Don't get me wrong.
That was so bad.
But like, outside of that, when has Menafield just got run through? Usually he's competitive with pretty gosh darn good competition. He's a special type of athlete. He has surprisingly good head movement. He hits hard enough that
William Knight was able to run through him.
Who was?
William Knight.
Oh, get out of here.
I hated that decision. That was a bad decision.
It was horrible.
Menafield won that fight. Yeah. 100%.
Dude, Menafield is way better than people give him credit for. Like
no, he's not bad at all. He's not bad.
So many people picking Julius Walker over Menafield. And that was a closer fight than I thought it was.
That was way closer.
Way closer. But like, I was like, no way this dude's coming in here as like his debut and beating the guy in Menafield who's like number 15 in the world. And then he just stayed number 15 because he beat a guy making his debut. It makes sense. But like, yeah, man, it was just like Menafield is, if they keep giving me him as an underdog, I'm going to keep cashing on him. That's all I got to say. He just keeps getting it done.
There you go. Do it.
He's too good.
All right. Next one. Nazim Sadykhov versus Nicholas Motta. Who do you like?
I mean, it's got to be Sadykhov. He's very hittable is his problem. But like,
he's durable.
He should be better everywhere. I mean, who, okay. Other than the fact that he's extremely hittable, Sadykhov has every advantage. He probably is a better grappler.
Do you know who else is super hittable?
Motta.
Yeah. Well, and he doesn't have the chin to back it up.
His striking defense got a little better. I still think he's going to get pieced up, though. Like, I think
he is, 100%.
Sadykhov wins this fight, but, like, Sadykhov's durable. At least he's
super
so far.
durable.
I mean, that could fade any day because with the way that guy's been.
He's young enough. He's fine.
But, yeah, I mean, it's got to be Sadykhov. I think he's, like, the biggest or favorite on the card or second biggest favorite on the card or something, and, like, it makes sense. I get it. I mean.
It's 485. I think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
It's 400 is appropriate. Maybe it's getting a little too high, but it's appropriate.
Yeah, Elliott's probably the biggest favorite, I guess. But like, yeah, I gotta go Sadykhov. I think he gets it done. Plus, it's in his home country, right? Sort of. I mean, I guess isn't he like a New Yorker now? But like,
yeah, he's out that way. But
yeah, I guess now he's in Vegas. Didn't he move over to Vegas to train?
That'd be cool. I don't know.
I think he did. I might be wrong. Maybe that's wrong. But yeah, Sadykhov for the win. What do you think?
Yep. Oh, is it Syndicate? I think maybe. Yeah, I'm also on the Nazim train. I think he gets this one done by KO at some point. I'd say rounds 2 or 3. I like that little prop if you want to do, or just do the KO prop. I think you can get it at plus money, but I think he's better everywhere. I mean, maybe the power is close. I like Nazim's striking, just his combos, his diversity with the striking. Motta is mainly just kind of a boxer. I know he throws a little bit of kicks, but like he doesn't really follow up a lot. He likes to load up his right hand and hope to hit a knockout shot. He can, but I think he's there for the taking, and he's not going to shoot any takedowns. So I think Nazim will. He would be the one shooting any takedowns if need be, but I don't know if he will or if he has to. So I like him a lot. I think this is another confident pick for me. I think he gets this one, well, however you wants to, but I'm going to say KO because I don't trust Motta's chin. I think he's been knocked out 4 times.
Quite a few.
He's been subbed once, and he probably should have been subbed another time. So all of his against Ogden. So that's all of his losses by finish. So I see Nazim winning by finish. So,
yeah.
There it is.
That's what I'm thinking too. I don't think he's going to shoot a bunch of takedowns, so I really don't.
I don't think so either, but I think he could if he wanted to, but I don't think he will.
No, only a last resort. Effie did confirm that he's out in Vegas now, so that makes sense.
There it is. Yep.
But
yeah, I do like the KO prop in this one a lot, especially if you can find it at plus money.
Yep. Same.
Let's see. McMuffin likes Nazim by TKO. Got Sadykhov parlayed with Oban. I think that hits easy for sure.
Good.
Nazim with inside the distance. No ground game for Motta either. Agreed. We saw that in Trey Ogden fight. Best 2 on the card for me. He's out in Vegas. I believe he's with John Wood and them. Cody Steele trains with him a lot. Okay. Nazim inside the distance is minus 160. I don't think that's bad at all. If you want to be a little bit safer, but I probably would lean the KO way, and you could probably get a little bit better price. But like I said, if you want to be super safe, minus 160 isn't bad at all. A lot of training in Thailand for this one. Get him that secret juice. There we go. KO or sub. And he has seen it on a story. Motta only has 2 losses. The last one was in 2020. He's got 5 losses. If you're talking about UFC, I don't know. But in his record, he's 15-5. He lost to Manel Torres and Jim Miller in the UFC. Yeah, so 2. They were both by knockouts. Oh, he beat that guy. I didn't even know that. I forgot about that one. Mahashate or whatever you want to call him. I forgot about it. He fought that fight. Let's see. Nazim gonna get too cocky in front of his people, chasing that KO, and not respect Motta's power, and he's gonna get clipped and pay for it. Give me a small play. Okay, maybe that's true. Don't count him out. All right, next one. Miktabek Orolbai versus Tofik Musayev. Is it my turn? I think it is, right? Or your turn? I think it's my turn.
Go for it.
Go ahead and go. Not confident. I'll say this right now, but I am going to go the Orolbai route. I think he's durable enough to survive round one, and I think that's when he'll start to take over. I think he'll get the wrestling going. I like his chain wrestling. I like his grappling. Striking is okay. I know he's hittable. We've seen it in his last fight, but Tofik's making his UFC debut. He's 35 years old. He's up there. Not to say that he can't win this fight because of that, but I do like Orolbai just a little bit more, just because I think he can survive round one, and I think the wrestling and grappling will be a little bit easier to get. Tofik is very dangerous striker. Always goes for the finish. He might tuck her out a little bit. This is his UFC debut in his little hometown here too. So we'll see. I think this fight's interesting. I'm not going to bet this fight one way or another. I want to see what happens. But give me Orolbai by decision. I'm going to say decision. What do you think?
On the other side, I like Musayev here. I think he's definitely the better striker in my opinion.
I agree.
So I think the way that he fights on the feet is going to cause a lot of problems for Orolbai. Could he get taken down and like rinse and repeat? Yeah, it's possible. But I mean, I see him landing some counter shots. I see him, doing what he needs to do on the feet, landing the bigger shots. And even if he gets taken down a bunch, if it goes to the scorecards, I see him winning based on he landed the damaging shots and Orolbai was able to take him down, but the big counter shots are coming from Musayev. And Musayev he's deadly, man. I don't know. I think a lot of people are going the Orolbai route because recently fans saw Patchy Mix come over from Bellator and they're just thinking, oh, everybody from Bellator sucks and he can't, and they all are terrible because Patchy Mix came over and lost to a guy on a massive win streak that beaten a bunch of high level guys and was already in the top 10. And because somebody lost their debut to Mario Batista, that means everybody that isn't already in the UFC that comes over from another high level promotion must suck. I think that's a bit extreme, but that's the sentiment I've been getting. I'm not saying Musayev wins for sure. He is an underdog for a reason. I think he's really competitive here on the feet. He's in front of his home fans. I feel like the grappling's not super far off. I'm going to take Musayev. I think it probably gets a decision. That's how I'm seeing it.
Okay. Yeah, I do like the overs one way or another. I would say the finishing equity is probably on the Musayev side early, but the longer the fight goes, that's why I just favor Orolbai just a little bit. And that's why I just picked him a little. I don't know. This is a close fight for me. I'm not saying I'm confident. I'm going to defend any units here. Not defending any units. I have nothing on this one. If I would play this one, it'd be the over 2.5. There's a lot of fights I'd rather just go the over under route because they either one have a better price or two, I don't have to worry about picking a side because it's that close. But I do like the over.
Fair enough.
Way more.
It's a total dog or pass fight for me, and I'm taking the dog.
Yeah, and there's a lot of lines, the over-under lines this week that are super playable. Most of the times you don't get any of these over-under lines if you can play like singles on these. You have to parlay those up. Like a lot of these are under minus 200, which is
nice.
Crazy.
Nice.
Which means it might be good matchmaking.
I prefer overs to unders typically. So.
Me too. Mm-hmm. And I always like to look for the over side first if I can.
Yep.
But there's a couple unders here that I do like though. We talked about a couple of them already, but like the I'll go back to it. The Irina Alekseeva fight. Like that fight, I like the under 2.5, and it's at plus money for some reason.
Under 2.5 is at plus money?
Yeah. So if you don't want to do Irina inside the distance, you want to be a little bit safer. Under 2.5. There you go.
Interesting.
Yeah. Where's Blood? He's around. He's just not doing UFC content. He's okay. Everything's fine.
Have you been under a rock, dude? He's been gone for like a year.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while.
He retired a long time ago.
I think it was like late last year, so it's almost been a year for sure. Yeah. Trying to get him back out.
It was summertime
back out for a couple of them. I thought it was like closer to like
I think it was like August, 'cause it was,
Christmas
like,
or
once his kid went back
Thanksgiving
to
or
school.
one of those big holidays late last year.
I thought it was when his kid went back to school or after the summer. I thought it was like August.
Yeah,
So.
I think that's when he said he was going to stop, but he didn't really stop until.
Oh, then he stuck around until November. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It was November.
I knew it was a big holiday, one of the big holidays. Maybe it wasn't Christmas. Yeah.
Well, I think he also had some contracted stuff with.
Oh yeah.
So
I think he was just letting everybody know that
Yeah.
this is my last run for a couple months. So.
Okay, so he's only been gone since November.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get him back, maybe for at least a show or two or something like that. Just now.
I miss him
why
too.
not? Yeah, it'd be fun. Or by decision. Thoughts on the over? I like it.
It scares me. The over
Titty
scares
back.
me.
I like it. Blood money because a full-time medical equipment salesman he sells catheters now. Orolbai's head movement is really good at getting hit. No,
I mean, in the last fight, he sure got hit a lot.
Yeah, that's why I was referring to his last fight, man. He got beat up by little T-Rex arms, but he can pack a punch. What's up, Rem Dog? Patchy was oh my gosh. Dude, I want to talk about Patchy. I've never seen Patchy look that bad. I know he's not that bad. There's no way. I watched almost. No, I'm not saying no, but
Batista was a scrub.
This is nothing against Batista. Batista did exactly what he should have done, and how he looked. He looked great, and I'm used to that's how he fights. That's not how Patchy Mix fights. Ain't no way.
He gets a lot of takedowns. He didn't go. He went for like
He went for like 1 or 2 takedowns. He was so stiff on the feet. I've never seen him look that stiff on the feet ever. And I'm not saying he's the best striker in the world. He's not. But he never looked like that. He looked like as soon as he got hit, he just like a robot, like I can't do anything. And he didn't even move his head.
Yeah.
He didn't even move his feet. He was like flat-footed, like he weighed like 200 pounds in there, and he couldn't move. It was insane.
Yeah. Yes. And that's the thing. Like, I think Patchy Mix is going to have a pretty good career in the UFC. I think he's going to win plenty of fights. UFC jitters are a real tough thing.
If he's plus money next fight, though, I might have to take a stab.
Like, people act like Batista's this bum. Dude, he beat
I don't think he's
like Ricky Simone, Damon Blackshear. I mean, he's beaten, obviously, Jose Aldo. Like, who are his losses? He lost to Corey Sandhagen. Okay.
Who's the one that knocked him out?
Trevin knocked him out.
Yeah, Trevin. That was like the worst loss he's ever had.
Yeah, and that was kind of got caught a little bit there.
Got caught.
But like other than that, like he lost to Sandhagen. I think he might have one. No, there's only 2 losses.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, Mario's been beating most of these guys. I thought Blackshear beat him, but it was close enough fight. I'm not going to throw too big of a fit, but either way. But no, like Mario's good. And like people are just like, oh yeah, Mario's just the guy that they're feeding to Patchy Mix. And because everybody parlayed up Patchy Mix, now they're just like saying how terrible he is. It's the same darn thing that they did with Bo Nickel. Because Bo Nickel lost and he ruined all their parlays. I told you guys already I was getting it. But because he lost and ruined all their parlays, now he's just the worst fighter that's ever existed. And guys on the regional scene are better than this guy. Like, it's just crazy to me. It drives me nuts. I hate
That's how it works.
Oh, it just makes me want to shake these people. Like, I'm serious. I just want to like shake them. I'm like, how can you be so dumb? But I don't know. I'm not built for the internet age, I don't think, because like I can't just shake people when they're dumb.
I don't blame you.
You.
Twitter
like,
is not the website for you then.
Yeah.
If you I have to like sometimes I have to hold myself in. I'm like, don't do it, John. Don't say anything. Just move on.
Yeah, and I'll fight with people in the YouTube comments a little bit, but on Twitter, I just mute them immediately because like they're the worst like level of humanity. So it's
Twitter is definitely the worst platform.
I just mute them immediately. I was like, I don't care.
I do love it though, but I hate it at the same time.
If I didn't help me like with the YouTube channel, I wouldn't have it at all.
Yeah.
I would just have it and only follow Big Marcel for the announcements like of the fights.
There you go.
Because you can't trust any of the other announcements you see.
Oh, I know.
100%. If it doesn't come out of Dana White's mouth or Big Marcel's post, it's fake. It's like, I don't trust it yet.
Tafiq's a dangerous man. I wouldn't bet this, but don't count the man out. Yeah, I don't. That's why I'm not betting it. Orolbai money line. Definitely parlay. All right, good luck.
Two
I think this is
extremely contradictory
I
things
know,
right
side by side.
opposite.
I think this fight's going to be close. I know people like their sides and like their angles, and that's cool. I get it. Oof, I'm Driver was trolling. I figured you kind of were. That's why I was playing into
Tafiq,
it.
I believe.
Okay.
I think he put that as his free bet. No? Dravi, back me up on this.
I did watch Patch's last fight. I just want to forget about it. But he says good. I know he's good. But you can't tell me if you ever seen a Patchy Bellator fight that was the same Patchy from Bellator. It ain't no way. Like that was Patchy, like 16-year-old Patchy or something that's never fought in his life. Like that was insane. I'm surprised he survived for all 3 rounds, to be honest. So
yeah, Olajuwon's right on here. Thank you, Olajuwon. That's what I tried to tell people, and everybody said I was dumb. I thank you for that.
We got Capper comparison picks. What is up, man? Long time no see. Mel Costa is the real Patchy mix. That's true.
It still hurts when you beat my boy in his last one.
Yep. I like Patchy, or not Patchy. Got me saying Patchy. Mel Costa. I do like him.
I liked him more before the last fight.
When Johnny says people like their sides, it made me think of mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. Yeah, people like their sides. I mean, I would say mashed potatoes for me, but I like them both.
I do like side dishes. Good side of sweet potato fries. My goodness, that might be my favorite.
My goodness. Agree. Not the same patch. There we go. I like those sides. I like those sides too. All right, let's go to the next fight, which is going to be Curtis Blaydes versus Rizvan Kuniev. Who do you like?
I feel like I'm missing something here because like Blaydes has to be the side, right? But I don't like what am I missing here? Like what am I missing? Like it's got to be Blaydes all day.
Can I just say Kuniev's not good?
He's not bad though. He's not bad.
But he's not good.
He's not top 5 UFC level like Blaydes is.
Exactly.
I mean, I feel like it's got to be Blaydes. I think if Blaydes gets on top of him and if he decides to wrestle, that is, he can get those elbows going down over the top of the guard and just obliterate this man. On the feet, I think he's a better boxer. I'll give the kicking game to Rizvan here, but other than that, it's Blaydes. It's got to be Blaydes.
I think people are worried about Blaydes getting knocked out 5 times. Also, people are worrying about Blaydes never wrestling. I will admit
he hasn't wrestled in a while.
I will admit that hurts my heart because if he can wrestle, I would love him even more. But I don't know what's his deal now without wrestling. But take all that aside, though, do like Blaydes a lot in this one. I don't think Kuniev's that good.
I don't know why the line's so close. Like, I mean, it's not close, but like it's closer than I think it should be.
It's going down too. It's minus 240.
Yeah. Dude, if he gets under minus 200, like, what are we doing?
I'm probably going to be parlaying that again.
Yeah. Like
I was okay with minus like 275. I'm okay with that.
The only way you beat him is a knockout here. And Kuniev's not like a big power punch guy. His punches are sloppy.
He's not, and look at Curtis Blaydes has been knocked out by the best power punchers in the UFC. Tom Aspinall, crazy quick. He couldn't match that speed and power. No way. Not a lot of people can. Pavlovich, no one's going to match that power. Not a lot of people can, except Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
That's it. Derek Lewis, again, no one's going to and he was winning that fight until that happened.
Yeah, Derek Lewis is like the type of guy that can just shut out anybody's lights.
Francis Ngannou, again, no one's going to match that power. And he lost twice to him by KO. That's it, guys. Those are not bad losses at all. And he wins every other fight. So.
Yeah, it's got to be Blaydes.
It's got to be Blaydes. I'm not even going to break it down that much. That's it. That's all I got. Blaydes going to win this fight. I think he does find a KO like round 2 or 3. He's going to have way better cardio as well. Way better cardio.
The only thing that scares me is that the line isn't just swelling in Blaydes' favor. It's like making me
I know why.
Why?
There's an EV behind someone's name. And where are we at?
Yeah. Blaydes is ranked like, was he like 5th in the division? Kuniev's not
somewhere
ranked.
on there. No. And it's a UFC debut. 'Right.
This didn't make his debut. His best win is like, one of those guys from PFL that everybody thinks sucks. Remember? Like, what are we doing?
And he was on all the roids.
Yeah. I don't know.
So he's not on the roids now. Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe
it's over here. So who knows?
If he shows up with like a 6-pack at weigh-ins, you can maybe question it a little bit. But
yeah, I'm all over Blaydes. I think he does find a finish like rounds 2 or 3, but I can see a decision too. But he should win this fight.
Should.
Yep. Let's see. Blaydes decision. Blaydes will dominate with wrestling. I hope he wrestles. That'd be fantastic. But if he does wrestle, he probably will dominate with the wrestling. You're right. Kuniev is gonna rizzle the shit out of Curtis Dull Blaydes and complete his full transformation into the Rizzler.
Okay.
He already kind of looks like the Rizzler, I'll be honest. Blaydes gets the easy UFC contract fight after signing guaranteed loss with Bet the Mortgage, second leg of the parlay. There we go. Blaydes is the side. Big Riz for the win. Oh, interesting. Okay, Bloom Dog. Did you guys not see the picture of Big Ank and the Rizzler? He has
What's
that
the Rizzler? What is this?
It's that little guy that does like TikTok stuff and with the family of TikTokers. I don't even know what they're called.
I've got no idea. I don't.
The Boom people, the Costco guys.
Costco's a cult, dude. I got nothing to do with that.
All right, you are out of touch.
I'm so out of
You're gone.
I'm so. If it's not MMA, I don't have a clue.
Barry, what's up, Barry? Blaydes is good against straight strikers and straight wrestlers, but struggles with well-rounded. Do you think Kuniev is well-rounded? I
don't know that he is, but
I don't think that he is. I don't think he's that good, but I mean, I see what you're saying.
Fine.
Okay, all right.
This one's fine.
All right. 5 booms for Curtis Blaydes. Ready? Boom.
How does this work?
He's got to go boom. It's so stupid. I'm not even going to do it. Big justice. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Same here.
There you go. Good.
Don't know who the Rizzler is, and yeah, don't mind it. It's stupid. It's
I thought you were talking about like the Riddler and like from
no, the Rizzler.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
the Rizzler. Oh my god.
Yeah, apparently it's different. I don't know, dude. I'm so far out of the loop.
You are. You need to go on Twitter a little bit more, or X, whatever they call it. I'm
So
still gonna
I've
call it Twitter. I don't care.
Made my algorithm so the only thing that shows up is fight stuff. Although I really like Cody Dank, but I might have to unfollow him for a little bit because he's screwed up my algorithm because he keeps commenting on stuff that's not MMA. Like I really like Cody.
I love his comments. I laugh. I thought you liked political stuff.
I don't. No, I hate politics. I think identity politics is the worst thing that's ever happened to the country. I think it's the worst thing ever. But
you told me that you would want to be in our chat because of politics.
No, I said I wouldn't want to be in your chat because you guys
wouldn't.
Political opinions. You guys would hate my opinions. I think they're all terrible, and we should just guillotine them all. And I don't mean the low percentage submission.
Okay, so you're the libertarian
French
side.
Revolution side.
Are you the libertarian side?
I wouldn't even get rid of them too. All of them. They're all everyone. Start fresh. Burn it all to the ground and start over. But at the same time,
chaos. Love it.
Yes,
I'm okay with that. We'll if I had to choose a side, I'd choose chaos.
But, my Twitter algorithm is literally only is MMA. But now Cody's messing me up and he's getting like political stuff in there. I'm like, Cody, stop it, dude.
I love it.
Like,
I love it.
Me.
Give me all of it, so I can laugh.
Dude, I had to block the NBA because they kept putting ads on my thing because they think I'm a sports fan. I don't like sports. I like MMA. I like
block the NBA.
I had to block the NBA.
I don't want that ball sport on my feed. Dude, sound like an old man. Dude, get that ball sport out of my front yard.
Honestly, I don't even want to see boxing at this point. To be like, it's like I'll take it over any other like over like a basketball, but like, dude. And jiu-jitsu's fine, I guess, but like,
is it?
I just want to watch MMA. I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, I'll play jiu-jitsu. I don't want to like, but I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I don't either. That's all right. Oh, where are we at? Where did I leave off? Don't sell yourself short, Tyler. You know stuff about Elvis too. Elvis and MMA.
Okay. I do know. Okay, Elvis is the man. Honestly, you're not wrong there. I do love me some Elvis.
Tyler probably thins the White Sox burst. Oh yeah. Don't talk about the White Sox in my chat.
I wear black socks, dude. I don't know. I don't wear white socks.
Oh, okay. Ice are the real immigrants.
But I don't know anything about them.
Ignacio for the third leg of the parlay. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Our chat isn't that bad. Yeah, it can be.
Here we go.
I agree. Politics is stupid. Ready policies and vote on policies.
The thing people don't understand is that all of the politicians hate you. None of them like you. You're just a number to them. And if they met you, they would spit on you if they could. If it wouldn't hurt their votes. Like they hate
Tyler, you would fit right in to our chat, our secret chat. I love what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
I
they're
love
all
it.
bad. All bad.
Nobody wants to hear it, but it's true.
Yeah.
Like Tyler's pretending that his feed isn't 95% OnlyFans model.
Closest thing to that is Lucasoli.
I think it's everyone's feed. Let's be honest. Everyone's feed is that way, whether you want it or not.
It's not. No, mine is not. Actually, the only
nice.
time I get anything like that is if it's Lou. Lou Sassoli is the only. Like I can't unfollow him because he's hilarious.
Yeah.
But like, no, like otherwise, all those are getting like muted. I want to talk MMA, but Lou is hilarious.
I feel like shit bringing up Kendrick Perkins. Tyler, the only thing you remember is the Packers are the best. Get out of here.
Back when I did watch football many years ago, I was a Falcons fan. Okay. Many years ago.
All right. I thought you were going to say Packers. I'm like, come on, man. We never talk about politics, bro. Only straight facts. That's true. But it's about politics and facts. I hate those freaking things, man. I can't do it.
That's so a real cringy thing? Like people
yeah, I guess.
Oh, I thought he was just kidding.
No.
Oh, gosh.
You are out of touch, man. You're out. Where did this chat and show go to? Where are we?
What are you fighting?
No main event, guys. Sorry, but that was a weird 15-minute session segment of the show.
Fight we're on anymore.
Rafael Fiziev versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Okay. Your turn.
Yeah. Wow. I like Bahamondes. I like that he has a huge reach advantage. I do think he's probably the more durable. Probably. I would say. I don't.
They're both durable. I would say.
But like I would say if they're just going to trade, I think I'd take Ignacio. Pretty big height advantage. It's like 7 inches. Pretty good. Pretty decent reach advantage. Not as much. I think he's better form lately. I did get an argument in my comments with somebody when I said that Ignacio has decent takedown defense, and they said he doesn't. They said his takedown defense is terrible. But like he's got an 85% takedown defense over a 9-fight sample size. I feel like that at least constitutes decent. So I stand by what I say. It's decent.
Decent means amazing, just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
People
so 85% is pretty darn good. But like
he only really got taken down in one fight, and that was the Klein fight. And I was there live, and I was so mad. So, but we all know Klein's really good.
Klein's pretty good.
He just wasn't as good in that weird Gamrot fight.
Dude, yeah, I had Gamrot there for sure, so I was happy about it. But no, I think Ignacio's the side here. The only thing that really is worrying me is that Fiziev is now saying he's from Azerbaijan again, even though he wasn't not that long ago.
Where was he from? What are you saying he was from?
Like Kyrgyzstan or something like that?
No, I could have swore he had that weird flag, and I didn't know what it was.
He's changed where he's from a couple of times.
He could have. Okay.
Because he wasn't always.
I'm not going to fight you. I might be out of touch on that one.
It came later. Like when he got into the UFC, I'm pretty sure
he was born in Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, that's what it was.
Kazakhstan.
That's right, Kazakhstan. Yes.
He went to college in Kyrgyzstan.
Okay.
And now he's saying he's from what is the other stan?
Oh no.
Yeah. Is it a stan?
Yeah. I think he's listed as Azerbaijan for this fight.
Oh, that's the one. Okay. I thought it was another stan. My bad.
Yeah, he's from Azerbaijan for this fight. So it's like he's changed quite a few.
That's great. You stick to one, man.
So like part of me thinks he's obviously doing that so he can get the hometown, fans, right? I don't blame him there. I mean, might as well take what you can get, especially when you're a 3-fight skid. You got to take what you can get.
I don't like that.
I think Bahamondes wins. I bet Bahamondes is an underdog. And if the line keeps going, though, I have every intention of playing the old arbitrage because if you can get free money, you might as well take free money.
Well, you can get free money right now.
Yeah. The lettuce background. Dude, I love setting up right here because of the way that goes. It looks like hair.
I didn't even notice it until now.
I could not laugh. But anyway, yeah. I'm taking Bahamondes as a pick. I'll probably have money on both sides as underdogs, but yeah, what do you think?
I'm on the same thing. I'm on Bahamondes. I like the reach advantage. I think the striking is pretty close. They both have their advantages, and I think it disadvantages. I like Bahamondes' sneaky guillotines and chokes. If that could play a part here, I'm not to say that he's gonna go for takedowns, but if Fiziev, if maybe Fiziev tries to go for a takedown, he has done that maybe once or twice in some of his fights, but I don't think he will. But if he's close enough, and like 7 inches is pretty freaking tall.
7 inches is significant.
And he can get underneath that choke real quick if he's close. So I don't know. And Fiziev is pretty good in the clinch. So I don't know if that clinch is going to be the same as it normally is for him. So I don't know if that's going to work out too much for him. So I think there's a lot of disadvantages for Fiziev in this fight. Not to say that he can't win. It's not going to be like the Gaethje fight where both of them were like the same size. Both of them wanted the clinch, and they were both good in the clinch. But Ignacio is going to have some really good knees as well. He's taller, and those guillotines are going to be there for it. And Fiziev's not going to be able to wrap up his head. He's way too tall. There's no way. So I think this will be a striking fight. I think, and it's going to probably stay at range. And who am I going to favor in that? Bahamondes. So give me Bahamondes. I think it'll go to decision. Both guys I think are super tough. I think they're both super durable. I love the over 2.5. Love it.
Over. Interesting.
Give me the over 2.5 at -165. Well, it's going now. It's 188. I loved it at -165. So hopefully you can get it somewhere else a little bit lower, because it just went up. I literally just saw it 165. Love it. This is gonna be a fun fight.
Ending anywhere, like whether like round
could,
1, 2,
but
3,
I just think both guys. This is gonna be the fight of the night, 100%, and it's gonna go all 3. Maybe. I just don't see a finish. Both guys are so durable, dude. I don't, and who and how? You know what I mean?
Either guy can get a knockout, that's for sure.
Yeah, but
Bahamondes is live for a sub.
That's the only thing that I could see that might be sneaky would be the sub. But
can
KOs,
you imagine this though? Okay, they're in the clinch, like you said. Bahamondes is 7 inches taller. That means his knee coming up can reach the face of Fiziev pretty quickly. I could definitely see Fiziev trying to duck out from underneath the taller guy's clinch, as you often do, just as an instinct sometimes.
Yep.
Dude, and then he just eats that knee. That's good night. Or I could see Fiziev throwing a check hook and just sending his Bahamondes' head spinning around, and next thing you know, he just follows up with some Grad. But I can also see it going over. I wouldn't play an over under at all for me. I'm staying so far away from that.
I'm just saying both guys have. Well, Fiziev has lost once by KO. I'm not counting that leg injury KO.
Yeah,
it was a while ago.
That was kind of a.
But man, both guys take shots very well, and I'm willing to trust both their chins to go over. Yeah. But I do like Bahamondes, though. I think he gets this one done. I think it'll be a 29-28 decision kind of thing, and
it'll be close.
It'll be fairly close. I can see a clear win for Bahamondes. I think Fiziev needs to really dig deep and grind it out, or I don't know. Maybe Fiziev try some takedowns.
Gives up a third too.
Yeah, he slows down a little bit, and Ignacio doesn't.
Shoot, remember the Bobby Green fight where Bobby Green looked like a -800 in the third round?
Yeah, in the third round, and he looked plus 2,000 in the first 2.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're like, dude, where did this come from? Bobby Green's out here just putting it on him. So yeah, but he also gives up the third round to Gaethje twice now.
Yep.
It's one of those things. I think the third round comfortably goes to Bahamondes, but the first 2 could go to either guy.
I agree.
That's why I've sided with Bahamondes, though. I feel like he's got a round.
Well, that's why I did with the ham day. Like I said earlier, I think he wins round 1 95% of the time. But round 2 and 3, I just don't know, because they both slow down and they're both sloppy, to put it nicely. Let's see what people say. I got to go back up here. What did Fiziev do to the UFC? He keeps getting killers. Yep. Well,
Seriously.
He's up there. He's up there.
But he shouldn't be. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. He shouldn't be that. But it should give him a step back.
Yeah, but there's young blood coming up, and you got to fight who you're fighting right now. Like, unfortunately, sometimes you get in that little weird bubble where it seems like you are fighting the killers, and then when you drop back down, you're fighting all the young up and coming guys. And you're like, dang, these guys are killers. Like, where am I at? Like, I'm right in the middle. Shit, I'm getting it from both ways. We've seen it.
Usually makes sense to have guys coming off of wins fight guys coming off of wins, and guys coming off of losses fight guys coming off of losses outside of the time when you're trying to get rid of somebody. I don't know why they're doing.
I mean, this is a good fight. That's why they're doing
dirty.
it.
I mean, I get it, but like, I feel like they're doing him dirty here.
Yeah, I mean, but he's been out for a little bit because of that leg injury. He probably wants to get back in after losing, so he probably took the fight. He didn't really care who it was. He just thought it wasn't somebody above him. So it's like, okay, I can maybe get back on track here then, and then maybe steal some of this guy's thunder a little bit. I don't know. People think of it weird. Like, fighters think of it like, I can maybe, this will be the jolt that I need, and then I can go right back up. I don't know. It's weird.
Possible.
He is ethnically from there, Azerbaijan. And Azerbaijani. I can't. I'm terrible with names or even any words. Let's put it that way. And he was quoted saying a few years ago that he decided to represent them because they were more supportive. Okay,
that makes sense. I didn't know that. That actually.
I didn't know that. Like, under 2.5, I could see it. I just think the durability from both guys will hold up here, unless there's some kind of weird guillotine choke or ninja choke from Bahamondes.
Yeah, those front chokes are nasty. Anacondas.
He's got very good front chokes too. He doesn't.
What happens when you got long limbs?
Yep. Fiziev goes for a takedown. He might get subbed. Agreed. He will. He probably will.
There you go.
800 isn't. I wish it was like 1,000 or more.
Yeah, I did plus 1,000 to play it, but there you go.
Man, I threw a little bit of like lunch money on Rose last week by sub at plus 1,500, and she almost got it that one time. I was like, mother effer, dude. That was so close. Fiziev's the better striker by a decent margin. Yeah, I think it just depends on
depends where they're at in the striking. What range?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know. Yeah, you can make a debate. It's a debate. It's a good debate. Yes,
they both have things they're very good at, and both have things that are like problems for them on the feet.
Yeah. Well, shit. Baja doesn't use his reach well. 2 losses to short guys.
That's true. He does not use his reach that well.
Yeah.
He fights like a short guy for a tall guy.
Love these two.
Except for the clinch, where he uses his length really well. It's just
true. And the guillotine and the chokes. Yeah. That's how I feel about the main event. Everyone had Ignacio in the Klein fight as well. I did. Yes, I did.
But everybody also had Malcolm Wellmaker last week, and he won no problem. So you can't always use that.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Then again,
well, honestly, in this fight, we'll go back to it. This was the first fight that we saw Klein actually like use his wrestling the way that he did. No one thought Klein was going to wrestle. Everyone thought it was going to be a striking fight. And then he like shocked everybody and probably even Bahamondes. Mm-hmm. And he was not prepared. And it showed because he did not get back up. Every time he got taken down, hit for 3 rounds. I was totally on Bahamondes. I was pissed. Yeah. Just give me the money line on Bahamondes. Yep. It's not bad. Minus 130. It's getting there. It's getting to the point where I wouldn't want to touch it, but it's still there. Shameless prop for Tapology Group 926. MMA Murders Row of Pickers. Test your picks with all the assassins. So yeah, if you want to join up the Tapology Group, there it is. Tapology Group 926, and it'll send an invite to Dave, and Dave will accept if you are doing that stuff. I love that too. Parlay piece right there, over 1.5 in this fight. If you need it, easy.
Over 1.5 is probably good. Probably.
That's easy. Easy 1.5. Easy parlay piece. Easy.
I don't know. I think it goes over 1.5. But man,
I like over 2.5.
3.3 units to win 1 scares me. On an over 1.5.
Well, yeah, but that's why you want to parlay it with something.
Yeah, I suppose.
You don't want to touch it just by single. And the single bet the over 2.5 might sweat a little bit, but now that over 2.5 is getting a little crazy. It's like minus 188, and that's to the point where it's like, I don't know if I want to do that for a single bet. Not even a parlay piece either. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. But we got the main event. We got Jamal Hill versus Khalil Rountree. I'll go here. This is an interesting fight. Let's be real. Both guys can knock each other out. But what it comes down to is this. I trust Khalil's durability a little bit more. I'm not saying he's the better fighter. He might not be the better striker. He might not have more power. I think both guys have power to knock each other out for sure. I just think Khalil has a little bit of more of a dog in him. I think his chin's a little bit better. I think he can take some punches and then give it back. And then Jamal Hill might not be able to give it back after a while. And the thing about it is, man, Jamal Hill's been knocked out twice. He's on a little bit of a rut here. And Khalil, after that, Pereira fight, I know he lost and he got his face beat up, but man, he showed some heart, showed some durability, showed some courage. And I don't know if that Jamal Hill will ever do that. So that is why I'm going to go with Khalil Rountree. I think both guys, this is going to be a close fight, and either guy can knock each other out. It just depends on who's going to land first on the chin to knock someone out. I think it goes under 3.5. The first round might be slow, and then it picks up after that, but I do think Khalil will land that knockout shot. He might not be winning until he does it, but I do think Khalil wins by knockout. Money coming in on Hill, though. It's getting close to a pick'em. So give me Rountree. Not super confident, though, because like I said, this is a violence fight. And the variance is so crazy that, What do you like in this one, though?
So I kind of think the over is better, actually, believe it or not. Because I think it's going to be one of those things where we're going to think they're both just going to knock each other out, but it's going to go a little late. But at the same time, I'm not confident at all in who I think is going to win.
I'm not either. That's the thing. This is my least
confident pick on the entire card. So, of course, by me saying that, everyone in the comments thinks that I said it's a lock. So I'm sure.
Lock it in.
You know how it is. But no, honestly, this is a really hard fight to call for a number of reasons. I'm gonna explain those now. One, we're in Baku. I think that the fact that they're in Baku helps Khalil Rountree because he is much more of a world traveler, whereas Hill has made it clear that he didn't really want to come to this card. The only reason he had to is because he had to pull out of the Kansas City card, which he wanted to fight at. He wanted the Kansas City card. He didn't want to be in Baku, but because it was his fault that he had to postpone it due to injury. I mean, it happens, but you can't say no at that point and be like, oh, I don't want to fight there. Okay, so he's here. Khalil, on the other hand, that dude loves going all over the place. Dude's like,
he trains over there as well. Like, well,
in Thailand
Thailand, yeah.
Yeah, and he's he really, chalks up the old world traveler gimmick thing. Like he's into that, so that's cool. That helps him out a lot. So I like that for Khalil. For Hill, I think he's fought and beaten better competition. I mean, his win over Glover is one of the best. It's the best win that either of them have by a mile. For Rountree, there's a couple other things I like. He's looked. He's had more performances recently where he's looked better, whereas Hill hasn't. I mean, he hasn't won since that Glover fight because after that he hurt the Achilles, and he hasn't looked
the same
as good.
Yeah.
Right. So, do I think Hill can win? Absolutely, I think Hill can win. Do I think Rountree can win? Absolutely, I think Rountree can win. I think both guys can totally win this fight. I am leaning Rountree in it. I ended up picking Rountree because of it being in Baku. I think that is going to play more of a favor for him, and I think it's going to keep Hill a little out of sorts more than we think it will going in. I could be totally wrong. Maybe Hill looks fine. I don't. I'm not betting this one. I don't like to bet on the main events anymore. I think it was Kuniev that said this, and he said you're either betting against the best guy on the card or the second best guy on the card. In most cases, when you're betting on the main event, and either way, I don't want to be betting against the best or the second best guy on the card. Yeah. And it makes sense. Like I get that. I'm not like it's not like a 100%.
You can even break that down to like division wise. It doesn't even have to be the main card. Like pay-per-view cards, like sometimes you get like some top guys from like 3 or 4 divisions, and you're like, shit, that's a main card? What do I do?
I don't want to bet against either of these guys in this situation. Now, sometimes we get mismatches in a main event, and that's okay. Or sometimes it's like, oh, you forced my hand with a line. Cool. I'm probably betting on Islam over anybody they put him in there against because I think he's the best fighter on the planet. That's the main event I'll bet on. But I'm not betting on this main event because I think both of these guys are very, very close in skill, and I think it could go either way. So I'm taking Khalil because of it being in Baku, when it was in Kansas City, I was actually picking Hill. Hill had to postpone for an injury. Give me Khalil Rountree. I do not want anything to do with a bet. I want to just enjoy this fight. It should be a fun fight. And by golly, I want to be a fan out there and sitting there watching this fight. So I'll be drinking a root beer while I'm watching, hopefully.
Well, that's funny that like your reasoning is because it's in Baku, and my reasoning is because I think Rountree has a little more heart and will. Man, those are our intangibles.
I think Jamal Hill is extremely tough. I think getting knocked out by Alex Pereira doesn't make somebody less tough. And I think he showed heart against Yuri, but Yuri is just a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like Yuri,
but that could put some like
unconscious.
That could make you not as confident, you know what I mean, or a little bit less yourself in there when you're like, shit, okay, better make sure like you're like thinking a little bit too much. That always worries me, like when people get knocked out a couple of times and they come back. I'm like, I wonder what his mindset's going to be at, because it's not like Khalil isn't like a powerful striker. Now, if he was fighting like a wrestler or grappler guy, then it's a different story. But now this guy's another powerful striker coming in here. He has 10 knockouts, I think, in his career. He ain't no, I don't know. Well, most guys from the light heavyweight division can knock you out, but he's not a guy that's not going to knock you out, basically. Like, let's say Anthony Smith. I'm sorry. I just threw that out there. That's the only guy I could think of off the top of my head. You know. So he's not going to go in there and like knock you out like that. So it's like, I don't know. That's where my head's at. But yeah, super close fight. It's tough. It's near a pick'em for a reason.
Should be. Yeah.
Like I said, Khalil Rountree's minus 115. There you go.
Yeah, super close.
Either money's coming in on Hill. Not gonna lie, if Khalil might get the plus money, we'll see what if John's feeling frisky or not.
I mean, if you give me one of these guys at like plus 400, I'll take either of them. But at like plus one something, I'm not betting either of them. It's just too much. It's not worth it to me on the stress.
Hill decision over 2.5. All right, both guys UFC knockouts are odd and or against chinny guys. I think they can catch each other's shots, and it will be 25-minute war. Man, I trust Khalil's chin a little more, though. I just do. But not to say like Hill can get, he can't get out of the way of those shots. But so, Brandon, what's up, Brandon? I agree with you, Johnny. More heart and less quit on the Rountree side. I mean, not to say Hill quits, but
I don't think Hill's a quitter.
He's not a quitter. I just think the mindset might not be there, just because he's not being on a good streak. Khalil, even with that loss, I feel like he's going to have confidence and maybe even more confidence against Pereira, because he did look good in a couple rounds and he just lost. So the oblique kick from Khalil does worry me on Jamal with his Achilles. That could happen. Something crazy. Just played Blaydes over 1.5 minus 1. There you go. Love it. The 1.5 in the Bahamondes. Yeah, that's easy. Okay. Easy. I think he'll split. That could be interesting.
Yeah, split on the table.
Dave is all in on Hill, better on the feet, controls distance, 2 losses, bounce back, reach, and size. Hill all day. Okay.
Interesting.
Good points. Good points. This is a close
I can't be
fight.
confident in it either way. I just can't be confident.
I keep thinking about it, and I'm just like, no, it's a close fight. It's a close fight.
Because I look back at some of the losses that Khalil has, and I'm like, man, this guy's lost to guys that aren't good, and that are like not like UFC good, but like it's also a long time ago. He's gotten a lot better.
True, he has improved. I think Hill kind of has stayed the same, to be honest.
Well, I mean, he looked in a whole lot better. Like he came into the UFC much higher level than Khalil did. Khalil came in with big gaping holes in his game.
Even if you go back and look at some of like Hill's wins, though, it's like they're not amazing. Like if you think about it, OSP,
you can't
Jimmy
look at
Crew.
Okay, so I don't want to go on a tangent, but I'm going to throw this out. You can't look at a guy's wins in hindsight, because you have to look at them at the time that they happened. That's how we end up with people being like, "Oh yeah, like BJ."
OSP was 47 years old in 2020.
OSP's a decent win. Like, I mean, OSP went on to beat Nzechukwu, and look what that guy's been doing. So,
Thiago Santos in 2022.
Thiago Santos, another guy, took John Jones to a split. I mean, like, at the time,
I know, but you can't look at someone's losses when they happen.
Well, so I'm saying you have to look at it at the time.
Like, no, I am looking at it at the time. 2022, Thiago Santos was not great.
2022, he was on the way out. That's fair, but like I don't know. Like
Chinny Johnny
look
Walker.
back at all these these people that they beat, and then they're like, oh, they suck because they sucked at the end of their career when we remember them. So
amazing Paul Craig was able to get him out of there.
Dude, Paul Craig is a win over the champion. Don't even pretend. Paul Craig finished the champion of the division. You know who else has beaten the champion? Zero. Nobody. Paul Craig did.
Paul Craig. I think Jan Blachowicz won the first time, but it is what it is. It's a draw.
I thought he did too.
You can make a debate. You can make a debate.
I did too, but I also had money on Blachowicz, so I can be biased. It's fair.
Well, I did too, but I know he won.
I thought he won the first 3 rounds.
Let's see.
But yeah,
ground game's a wash. It was Kuniev.
There we go.
Are they going to paint some dressing rooms? I don't know.
Oh, because he's referencing the where were they at? One of the Middle Eastern shows where they like painted the dressing rooms for like that all the like Americans were in, and they were like high on paint fumes with the fight.
Oh,
yeah. Somebody even had to pull out over it, I think.
Oh, I think I kind of remember that now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't remember where that was.
I don't remember either.
Saudi Arabia, maybe. I could be. I don't want to be throwing that on Saudi if it wasn't them, but
it could have been actually.
I think it was, but it might not have been. It could have been somewhere else.
Rountree definitely a stronger striker, but I'm betting Hill because Drabi likes him. It's not a bad play. He said you have so many fights before the main event. You should have all your betting done before the main event. I've learned to take his advice. I've lost so many parlays on the last leg being the main event.
Man, Kuhn's sharp.
Yep. Jamal ready to fight with his arm mangled, but Khalil more heart. I think he has a little more heart.
I feel like both of them got more heart. I don't think we'll worry about that.
Let's say dog. Got a little more dog. I think Khalil has a little more dog in him.
Maybe, yeah.
Khalil is the guy that I say if this gets into a firefight, I would back him over Hill. They're both dangerous, but I feel like Khalil can take more shots than Hill can if it's a firefight in the middle of the ring.
His durability might be slightly higher. I don't know if he's got more dog necessarily, but I think he can take a punch better.
Let's put it that way. How about that?
I think it's because he's got more like, in the neck, like his neck, like that's a real thing. Like if you've got a thicker neck, it's a lot harder to knock somebody out because their head doesn't like whip like it does if you got less, or if you got less neck.
Yep. Yeah. The last guy Poatan beat up badly before Khalil was Bruno Silva, and he was never the same. That's true. Better off getting KO'd by Poatan than taking all that damage.
That's a good point.
Abu Dhabi. Might have been Abu Dhabi. It could have been somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was one of them. I don't know. I saw that.
Dayron, is it?
Yeah, because I had Dayron in a parlay. I mean, he was like the last leg of a progressive parlay, but still.
It was Saudi one of the two, yeah. Rountree's going to blast leg kicks. Yep. All right, so we are here. We are here for the easy money parlay, and I feel like we can get an easy money parlay because I think we're on a lot of the same, and we're both pretty confident on a lot.
The line's probably gone, but Tagir and Alekseeva together would be like the easiest money, I think.
Yeah, I think if we want to do like a super safe one,
that's the safest.
We're probably going to have to do 3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So if you want to do Tagir, minus 455, which is insane to me.
It's almost not worth it, but yeah.
Arena is minus 285. It's been about the same around like for the whole.
She's got to be in there, right? I mean, like this is a layup.
I would assume.
Like
what else do we got? We got Oben. We were both high on Oben. We were both high on Azim.
Yeah.
Blaydes
is fine. I think
238.
We could do those two. Blaydes and Alekseeva.
What is that? Minus 110. You want to do that?
I would do that. I think it's fine. I think both of them should win. I think Alekseeva is easy. Like that sounded weird. I didn't mean to put it that way. I think she wins easy. I have no idea whether or not
easy. If you know what I mean. Easy.
I'm sure she's a very dignified lady.
Yeah, let's do that. We don't have to worry about a third. I'm okay with minus 110.
There you go. I'm all for it. Now we can get wild.
Yes. Wow, man, I want to use Alekseeva in one of the other plays.
We can get wild.
I want to do we'll do it. All right. If you're cool with it.
She should win this. Like she should. I just don't know how she would lose. I mean, I know how she would lose, but like outside of like a freak accident or like a disqualification or something, like she should be better everywhere. Maybe not the like pure striking technique, but she hits harder. She's going to put more output out there.
I agree. There it is. All right, let's do some fun stuff here. I like Nazim by KO.
What's the line?
Well, DraftKings doesn't have the greatest line, but I know I've seen plus 120 somewhere.
That's not that good. Aren't we trying to make this a big one? This isn't a good one?
We've been doing 3 legs on this. So like if you can get like plus 100, at least plus 100 or above on those 3 legs, it'll be over 1,000. And those have been working out better than trying to get like plus 300s to hit.
Let me think on this here. What if we go
Alekseeva inside the distance?
I like that one.
It's plus 155.
It's not bad.
That's the one I was gonna do. Is like with Alekseeva. I'm like, dang, I like the inside the distance.
What about Mullins round 2 KO?
What if we just do Mullins round 2?
Okay, yeah. I mean, like depending on what the line difference is, but yeah, I think that's probably fine.
Let me see what she's at.
She probably ground and pounds her, to be honest, but it's possible.
Plus 500 for round 2.
Okay, not bad.
If we do round 2 KO, it's plus 8.
Ooh, I like plus 8. Let's go. What would that get us to overall? Plus 155 and plus 800.
You are wild. Even the plus 500. Hold on. I just want to see what plus 500 is first. With that, we can even do Mullins inside the distance. I think we'll be okay.
That's low.
Too low for Tyler.
This is supposed to be the big parlay. We already did the easy money, brother. We can't just be doing 2 easy money.
Plus 115.
Plus 115. That's not.
Hold on. Let me look.
Because you know that if she gets a second round TKO and we play just inside the distance, you're gonna be like, man, what could have been? And if we miss it, we've already hit the easy money, so it's all good, dog.
It's all good.
It's all good, dog. We got it.
1430.
Okay, now we're talking. 1430 is a number I can see. You know what I mean?
You want to do it?
I'm all for it. Yeah, let's go.
All right, we'll get crazy. We won't do 3 legs.
We can still throw a third leg in there if you want.
We shouldn't get greedy. We did hit that round 2 Yuri and Pereira one though.
And
so
that's
why I'm okay.
You were the one that talked me into just round 2. I was saying round 2 KO Pereira.
Yeah, but the money wasn't that big, and I was like, well, maybe there's a chance Yuri can land a spinning elbow or something.
You talked me into that one.
But there probably isn't a chance that Daria gets a KO in round 2, right?
Not much of one. It's a chance.
That's why I did Mullins round, just in case if there's a sub. Just in case. Perez was able to sub her.
That's fair.
So that's what I'm worried about.
Okay. Well, if we're going to do the plus 500, we might as well throw another leg in.
All right. Nazim KO. I'm confident in that.
What's the difference in KO and inside the distance on him?
I think it's like minus 160 or so, I saw someone say, but I'll look real quick.
Because if it's close, that one is one I can definitely see going either way. Because, I mean,
minus 160.
Defense is bad.
It's plus 1. Well, on this book, it's plus 110 to minus 160 for inside the distance.
I think we go to minus 160, but I could go. But I'm not going to say no on that because I.
Well, 23.86.
I'm down for that. 23.86 is a parlay I want to play.
Just for shits and giggles.
Also, what's up, Mushroom? Good to see you, dude.
Mushroom.
He was shouting me out, so I thought that's what's up.
What's up, Johnny? What's up, Tyler? What's up, Mushroom?
He's just always shouting.
I know.
At least that's how I read it. I don't know. Maybe he's not, but that's how I read it.
Okay. Yeah, let's do the 500.
I also like Dixon's idea to make it a round robin. I think if you're making it a round robin, that's not bad.
If we do a round robin, I would do the KO though for Nazim.
Well, I'm saying like we could play it straight, but if you're in the chat and you're like,
Oh yeah,
you're feeling like you want to make it a round robin, go
there
for
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
Just the 500. I mean, you're shooting your shot, but I think the other two are pretty givens, close to it. Not saying they shouldn't say given, but
I think all three of those win inside the distance, and
yeah, that's why I was looking at Mullins inside the distance just in case, but it only gives like plus 750. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I lean way more for Mullins by KO over submission though.
What if
we play a 10-leg parlay?
Let me look on FanDuel. I have an idea.
Okay.
It might be a little, actually, it might be close to the same if you like it a little bit better. Let's see.
What if we do this? What if we go Alekseeva round 1, Dixon round 2, or I guess Mullins. Sorry, she's Mullins now. Mullins round 2, Alekseeva round 1, and then Sadykhov inside the distance. Like $10 could probably.
That's a round. We should do Sadykhov round 3 then.
Yeah, but I feel like he'd get it done at any round.
Yeah, but I think it's later. The more
I think
he's got like 4 round 3 finishes, 3 or 4 round finishes, third round finishes. Let me look at FanDuel real quick just to see what I was talking about. See if this one's good.
While we're waiting, if somebody in the chat wants to find out what Alekseeva wins in round 1, Mullins wins in round 2, and Sadykhov inside the distance parlay it is, that'd be fantastic.
Mullins. Oh yeah. You think KO for Mullins?
I think so. She's ground and pound before submission, and I feel like that's what she's going to get. But like she could sub her, but I feel like she's more ground and pound heavy.
Might want to come up. I was going to look at Mullins to win by KO in rounds 2 or 3. It's plus 550.
That's not too bad. Yeah, when you look at Mullins wins, she's never won by submission.
Yeah.
She's
but I'm just
extremely heavy towards the ground and pound.
Like I said, my thing is if Aylin Perez is going to be able to submit you, just in case. I like the round 2.
It's just like, what is she doing? There we go. Jeremy's got it. Plus 6,316. Wait, for all 3 of those legs, or are we looking at something else here?
Let me change it up.
That's pretty good, but man, I was thinking it was going to be a little higher than that even. Alekseeva round 1 must not be as good a line as I'd hoped.
Pretty good line if it's that high. Sheesh.
I was thinking we were getting close to plus 10,000, but I'm overshooting it here. I think everybody kind of knows Alekseeva is going to run through her.
Alekseeva round 1 is only plus 400 on this.
That's why. Yep, plus 6,000 is a pretty good number though.
Yeah, it's only 47.75 on my book right here.
Yeah, what book are you using, Jeremy? What if we go Mullins round 2 KO, Alekseeva just round 1,
and that's it?
And then we go Sadykhov inside the distance.
Yeah, I just did that. Okay. I just did that.
Oh, that's what you ended up doing?
Oh, you did. Oh, KO round 2. Okay.
Yep. Because that jumps it from 5 something to 8 something.
Well, just those 2 alone is 4,400.
It's not bad. And then we throw in Hamdi Abdelwahab by decision. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Oh, we are going wild now. 72-12.
Okay. I'm down for that if you are for the long shot. 72-12. If we hit it, we're legends. And if we miss it, like it was plus 72-12. What do you expect? But if we hit it,
I almost want to do a fun bet where it's like Alekseeva round 1, Mullins round 2, and someone round 3. That would be awesome to get.
Yeah, it would. Who's the most likely to win in round 3, you think?
Probably Nazim.
You think? It's possible.
Unless you want to do like Khalil or Hill, I would say Khalil.
No, nothing to do with that one.
Nope, nothing. Let me look real quick. Nope. Maybe Grad. Maybe Park. Maybe Tagir.
Tagir could win in round 3. I could see that. Tagir could sub him in round 3. What's Tagir sub round 3?
I'm just gonna go Tagir round 3.
Okay.
Because I mean, let's be. I mean, round 3 is already gonna be like plus 1,000 probably.
You think? Yeah, probably
1,200.
It's not bad. But what is the sub round 3 just for spits and wiggles?
The sub round 3. Hold on. Come on. It's only 1,400.
Oh yeah, just play round 3. That's stupid. It's only 200 more.
Very stupid. All right. All of these together will be
for 1, 2, 3.
If I can find it again, shit. 38,900.
Let's go.
$1.
Dude, throw $10 on that. Think of it this way. What's the difference to you if you lost $1 and if you lost $10? Either one, you're forgetting it next week.
I mean, shit. Even a $5 bet's like $2,000.
Yeah, but like, dude, $10.
10 though.
Dude, throw $100 on that? I'm just kidding. Now I'm just turning into a degenerate. I'm just kidding.
All right, this is a perfect round robin spot.
This is a great round robin spot. Yes, Dixon is on round robin by 2s. Yes.
Yes, there you go. Let's. You know what? There we go. Round robin. Let me put this out there. We're not gonna do the straight parlay that we usually do. We're gonna do a fun one this week. Spice it up a little bit. Round robin. We'll go ×2 parlay. Let's see. Irina, round 1. Mullins, round 2. And Tagir, round 3. Equals. Plus. I'll just put the plus what it is total for if it hits all 3, but.
Well, because then you got to do 2s and 3s. So you got to do 2s and then the 3, so that you still hit the 3 as well.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna put what it would be if you hit all 3, but just do the round robin ×2, and then you have to do all 3 bets though, right? It'd be 3.
So if you do round robin 2s, it'll play every possible combination of 2. So like Arena and Mullins, Arena and Tagir and Mullins, etc. But if you do 2s and 3s, you'll play all the 2 possible combinations, and then it'll play the 3 with all 3 of them. So like you can,
okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Which I think is the way you'd want to play this one because it's a 3-legger anyway. And if you throw $10 on that, I mean, like, dude, you could hit both, like all the small ones along the way and the big one, and you could feed your family.
There's going to be a total of 4 bets if you do the 2s and the 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 4 bets.
So for $40 and it hits
$250 on, like even just $250 on both. That's $10. Yeah. There it is,
dude. You're set.
That'd be awesome.
If you wanted to complete the series, though, round 1, round 2, round 3, and a decision, you would have to throw in Hamdi Abdelwahab. I'm just kidding.
You would have to. Actually, honestly, might not be a bad play.
It's not bad.
Dude, I'm trying to think of like a good decision prop for someone. I'm like,
dude, Hamdi
might be the one.
Who else would be a better decision prop though?
Bahamondes. But that's gonna be close though.
What's his line on decision?
I don't know. It'll be like plus something.
Probably not a lot.
I would pick Bahamondes or Hamdi if I did a decision prop.
Or either person in the main event by decision. I wouldn't want to bet on those, but
you probably want to go safe.
Mm-hmm.
You could do Park. Yeah. Park would be, if you're on Park, that'd be a good one.
I think Park can sub him, but I do think he probably wins a decision more often than not.
Yeah, Baha decision. But yeah, this is an interesting, fun little round robin. I like it. If we hit this, wild.
Dude, Elloitt by decision is plus 110.
Is it?
That's interesting.
I wonder what round 3 decision is. If it's like maybe like minus 150. I like the round 3 or decision too.
That'd be interesting. I think Elloitt probably wins a decision because I think
I said this. I think decision too.
Which is weird for a minus 500 to have a plus.
The way he's gonna win a lot of finishes, his finishes are gonna be like later in the fight, and it's gonna be because he just out cardios and outpaces you, and that's why he gets the finish at the end. That's it. It's not gonna be like flatline KOs or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, not over most people. Toe's tough too. I don't think he's just gonna like run through him. I think he beats him, but I think it's gonna be a decision.
Yep.
Interesting.
But all right, kids. We did a fun new little parlay that we're gonna do. Hopefully you guys join in, and if we hit this, like I'm gonna be posting this shit everywhere. It's gonna be amazing.
Dude, if we can hit this, make sure you got the bet slip and all that stuff. That way you can just prove it for everything. Like, don't let anybody tell you that it's fake. Yeah. Like, we need.
Well, we have this.
We need it notarized that you played it.
I'm a notary. Perfect.
No way.
Yeah.
I forgot you work at a bank. Dude, that makes so much sense. Dude, this is going to be so official. Nobody can even pretend that it's not official if you're a notary. It's good. Your words like you're solid.
Well, we're going to know real quick in this on the card. Isn't it like the first 3 out of 4 fights? We're going to know if we hit it or not.
Yes. Dude,
fight 2, 3, and 4. That's what it is.
Who cares what happens the rest of the card? Who cares? If we get all 3 of these, we could literally lose every pick the rest of the card, and like, who cares?
I could lose the rest of my bets for the next 3 months or more. Like, who cares? You're gonna win a lot of money.
We're hitting this thing. I'm all for it.
Yes, sir. All right, kids. Well, like I was saying, appreciate everybody hanging out with us, joining in the chat. We always appreciate it. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet, if you're still around. And before we get going, let everybody know where they can find you if they haven't heard of you for whatever reason, what you got going on, all your PFLs. Oh, we didn't do PFL real quick. Do you want to do PFL?
Yeah. I mean, if you want, but yeah.
I mean, I like Archie. I like Carmuth, and I like what was the other one I had? Shit, I haven't.
Probably Rabadanov. That's easy money.
Oh, that's real easy. Dang, I'm drawing a blank. I'm gonna look real quick. And blah 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 blah. Where are you? Brent. I like Brent.
Yeah, Premise for sure.
Those are my 3, like, I think for sures.
I feel like Premise should roll here. Yeah. I agree with all those.
There you go.
You can get my full breakdown for the PFL. Me and Pick'em MMA, if you know who he is, we did a nice little live stream yesterday. It's about an hour long. It's a nice little time. It's over on my channel, which you can find 3 letters, 3 numbers, 3 letters, 138 MMA. You can find me over there. I'm sure it's in the description or something.
It is.
But yeah, check out the PFL live stream if you're interested in PFL stuff. It's a good time. I also did a full card breakdown for this UFC, so that's cool too. Something I want to shout out is if you're interested in Contender Series, I'm all over the Contender Series. It's coming up in August. You be ready for it. There you go. My wife and I are thinking about doing fight companions for the Contender Series this year. So
nice. That'll be
fun. Yeah. Like, I think it'll be a good time. But yeah, and I'm also I somehow let Korean John sucker me into a fight companion for PFL Africa. So I think I'll be doing that this year with him. So that might be fun. It's like in the middle of the afternoon though, so it's just like it's early in the day Saturday, so it's whatever. I think we're just doing it for the main card, but it'll be fun. So yeah, tune into those things and stuff. Thanks for having me, John.
Right on, anytime. And good luck to everybody in their picks and their bets. Hopefully we gave you some insight and you can get some good bets in. And we'll see you next time. I'll be here next week. UFC 317, which I forgot to say that I will be going to, and I'm super happy about. And I might have a super special guest that everyone may or may not want to see on this show. I'm going to leave it at
Yanni
that.
the Greek.
Dude, I like it. Yanni the Greek. That's awesome. 2 Greeks. That's our podcast. 2 Greeks and a shot of Uzo.
There you go. Yanni and Yan.
Yanni and Yan.
Yanni and Yanni.
All right, kids. Take care. We'll see you next week. Good luck and bye.